welcome if you're watching this back. It's going to be a little bit before the party gets started. I bet we'll have some homies pull up, though. Oh, I was running out last time, that's right. Well, we'll just do an opening smudging. Oh, that smells so good. I see somebody pulled up. That's always exciting. Who is it? They're hiding. They left. There's somebody. Hello, fellow soul. Fellow human being somewhere in the world. How you doing? Imagine this live is just dead the whole time. Oh, now we got some homies. Somebody's got to say something, bro. Somebody's celebrating. Is that who I think it is? Nope. What's up, M Just? How you doing, bro? Got a few people hanging out now. How are you guys? Are you guys new here, or is this your... You've been here before? This one's... Hey, what's good, Zane? How you doing? Good to see you, man. How's your week been? Rex, what is this about? It's just a YouTube live. I just go live every Thursday at 7. And, you know, after like a few minutes or so, the vibe starts to pick up and people start talking and regulars start coming in. Kind of like right now, like people just start pulling up. And we just shoot the shit and hang out and talk about stuff. We usually talk about, you know, spirituality, working through suffering and self-transformation, psychedelics, meditation, crazy, just it's basically whatever you guys want the conversation to be about. That's what we talk about. Hi, you are the best. Thank you so much, Maria, or Mariah, however you say that. Thank you so much. You seem like a fun guy. Thank you, bro. That means a lot. Thank you for pulling up, guys. Yeah, we're getting some new homies now. But yeah, if you're new here, my name is Devin. I run the YouTube channel Northwood Shaman, and on that channel, every week I post content about self-transformation, spirituality, letting go of limiting belief systems, and all that beautiful stuff. And yeah, every Thursday at 7 o'clock, I go live on YouTube for a couple hours and just hang out and talk about stuff. Zane, pretty good. How about you? My week was good, man. My week is good. I have a trip planned to Sedona at the end of the month, and I'm really starting to look forward to that, so that's going to be really fun. But yeah, I had a really good week, man. Thursdays are my Fridays. I got the next 3 days off, so I'm chilling, bro, and I'm so glad to be back on live hanging out with you guys. I like your necklace. Thank you so much. I like it too. I like the necklace. Did you make it? No, I did not. I actually got this in New Mexico. Shadow Monarch says, hey, what's up, homie? How you doing? How was the Spangle concert, bro? The Spangle concert was fucking epic, bro. So the drive to New York was really fun, first of all. I've never been to New York before, and I went with my friend. And yeah, dude, I've been listening to Spangle for years. Like, that was the first, like, EDM, psytrance music that I got into. And, dude, it was amazing. It was such an awesome venue, bro. Like, an almost 100-year-old venue. And dude, the sound quality was so good, and the opener was good, and seeing Simon, the mind behind Spango, come on and play songs that I've been listening to and tripping to for years. It was so nice, dude. And hanging with my friend and smelling DMT in the air, bro. Like, the whole venue smelled like fucking DMT, bro. It was an amazing time. And then that was Friday night, and then Saturday before heading home, we went to the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, Alex Gray's museum. And bro, if you're ever in that area or even just around that area, I highly recommend going to the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors in New York, because that shit is incredible. Pocket full of blue hunneds. Like and subscribe. Thank you, bro. That means a lot to me. I hope you get more popular. Thank you so much, bro. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I hope I get more popular too. I'm going to subscribe. Thank you, Mariah. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm from England. Hi there, Raj Jasal. How are you? C, says Estefani Flores. What part of America are you from? I'm from Maine. What part are you from? DMT and beer. I didn't smell... Dude, speaking of fucking beers, guess how much I spent on a single Angry Orchard? Like, just take a guess. At the venue, how much do you think I spent on a beer? Hey, Shaman, what's good? What's good, bro? $12. Try again, Zane. Go up, bro. Try again a little higher. Ross, I remember you, dude. I remember you. How are you doing, man? I think it's been a couple weeks since I've seen you in the chat. Mariah, how long are you going to stream for? I usually stream for like 2 to 3 hours every Thursday night. Love that. I've yet to go to Schwong. You totally should. $15. Try again, Rex. Try again, bro. Keep going. Keep going. Fucking I'm not. It was almost $19. Oh, James Dillon wants me to shave my eyebrows. Hold on, let me go grab my shaver. I'm just kidding. The fuck you talking about, James Dillon? I'm going to send $200. What? What? I could live on that, dude. $200. Dude, cut that hair. Why, man? I love it. It's got so much memories locked in it. Hello from Florida. Hi, Alicia. I'm hanging out up here in Maine. How you doing down there? Is it warm as fuck? Aren't we all a little bit gay? Nah, not all of us, man. Do it, no balls. Nope. Nope. $500 and you shave your head? Nah. Nope. Not gonna do it, Steep King. Doing so good. I got bees. Ooh. From a famous DJ guy who came by my house. I got 2 G's of the stuff. It's been awesome to have, bruh. That sounds fucking awesome. 2C? That sounds nice. What's that like? What's that like? Just from my immediate impression, I feel like it's probably kind of similar to that electricity of LSD. You know what I mean? 1,000 what? Bucks to shave my head or some shit. Hello from Fresno, California, aka Central Valley. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man? 1969. That was a fucking awesome year, even though I didn't exist. Love your hair. Don't shave it, right? I'm not shaving shit, bro. Hola, what's up, Bastion? Bubblegum Batty, God bless you. God bless you too, Bubblegum Batty. Thank you so much for the love. Don't listen to anyone. Your hair is good. Don't shave it. I'm not gonna. You really? Imagine if I get convinced to shave my head because of a YouTube comment. Shave just one eyebrow. How about I do the little bolt through one of them? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Everything seems like in clear flames. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? It's like acid and MDMA. Yeah, right. I should have mentioned that. Had a baby, but not as deep, but awesome, fiery open eye visuals. What? Like, I feel like I know what you mean now that I think about it. Nah, I grow half a mustache. I shaved my face today and I almost left the mustache. Bald would be tough, not gonna lie, yeah. Do you have a wife? Nope. And I'm glad. I'm fucking 24 years old. I don't need a wife right now. But yeah, all the homies in the chat, if you guys have any questions about anything, related to spirituality, self-transformation, letting go of like limiting belief systems, not being caught up in your mind as much, meditation, anything like that. If you have any questions or comments or anything, throw that in the chat and I would be delighted to touch on it. Thoughts on Fent? A lot of people in the chat say stuff about like that. Man, you good. Very responsive and positive. Thank you, Steve King. Like how everything looks like it's waving in vertical like flames, but it's all clear see-through. Dude, that's a really good way to describe visuals. I've never heard it described like that, but like, you know how like above like a paved road, you can see like on a hot day, you can see the sheen of the heat shimmering off the surface of the pavement. That is kind of what visuals can look like. A dude I work with is like 24 and 5 kids. Whoa, dude. As if live a little, live a little first, in my opinion. I know, bro. I mean, that doesn't dismiss the fact that like having a family is a form of living, but 24 years old with 5 kids, bro. Jeez. I give him credits for still being there, though. That's crazy. How deep are you willing to go spiritually? As far as I'm meant to go, man. As far as going deeper in spirituality, it's not up to you. It's not something you, all right, today I'm going to go really deep with spirituality. It's not something you can like figure into like a plan. It's, you're going to go as deep as you're meant to go, or you're going to stay on the surface as much as you're meant to stay on the surface, you know? Some good closed eye visuals too. Yeah, dude. I've only had closed eyed visuals on LSD like a couple times, and it's always like, it's not very formed at all, and it's basically just like bright colors, like kind of like blobbing around and shit, you know? Have you tried DMT? I have tried DMT a lot, Ahmed. Probably in the ballpark of like 50 times or so, and that is an absolutely extraordinary, beautiful substance to work with. Cane Corso better. Yeah, they're watching me. Once I want to go to my own. Not much here at Mom's house, sitting watching Mom's 3 Cane Corso. Better yet, they watching me. What is Cane Corso? What is that? Mom's on vacation. I want to go to my own place already. Yeah. God is great. Have a great day. Thank you, Soldier of God. That's so sweet. Dylan, what's your question, homie? I like to play Fortnite. I like to play PUBG. That's the only game I play. I literally just played around before I went live. Yes, like the Mirage-esque, but yes, that sheen, but like on everything. Yeah, I feel you. No, it's fucking crazy, man. Like, just looking at like your carpet or the wall or wood grain or anything on psychedelics is a universe of itself, man. It's so profound, so profound. Hail and well met, mighty warrior of noble stature. Thy presence doth inspire awe, as thy strength and bread befit one of high renown and unyielding fortitude. I should have read that whole thing in a thick British accent. Has anyone experienced the machine elves? I've experienced like little miniature beings and sort of childlike energy and beings, but I've never experienced like the spitting image of what Terrence talked about, you know? Greetings, beautiful soul. Squirrel Sniper, what's up, bro? How you doing? How you doing, man? It's good to see you here. Greetings, beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies. Are you Buddhist or Hindu or just spiritual? The latter. I am just spiritual. I was actually just talking with my mom about this a little earlier today. Like, Hinduism is my particular like vehicle to God, to spirit, to divine, whatever you want to call it. You know, Hinduism is the thing that I have the highest affinity towards. You know, it's the thing that makes sense to me. You know, we all have that thing of atheism, materialism, science, physics, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism. We all have our thing, you know, and Hinduism is like my way, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's a hard worker, no hate towards him, just nothing I'd recommend. Six Dogs, I don't remember what that's in reference to there. I shared DMT during the full moon again. We had a pink moon celebration. I tried to see that. When was the pink moon? It was cloudy. I'm pretty sure it was cloudy for me. It was wonderful. We partied until 1 a.m, main party. Then after, party until 4. Then we after partied until 8 a.m. with speakers. Holy shit, bro. Going hard. But fear keeps us sometimes from going into the deepest layers of our mind. So I'm asking, do you fear anything when it comes to spirituality? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have very human fears, and if any of you guys are spiritual seekers and you're on the path and you believe and know God, you know of the existence of a higher spirit. It's we long for it. There's a feeling of longing. One second. If you're on the spiritual path, there's most definitely a longing to getting deeper, to progressing on that spiritual journey. And you may be, fed up with the mundanity and feel disconnected from everybody around you, and nobody's talking about the deep things, the things that actually matter and light up your soul. But there will come a time where God, spirit, divinity will manifest itself in your very heart and mind. And when that happens, it will blow you away. It will absolutely blow your mind. The power of God, the power of the universe, the power of spirit. You will cry tears of joy, and ecstasy and waves of bliss will move through you, and everything in your life you'll be seeing it from a completely different vantage point, and your ego identity, your fragile little personality will completely get steamrolled by the power of this wave of spirit, of divinity. And it will completely churn you and your life and your ego and your story and your problems and your hopes and dreams. Everything will get turned to just this soup of energy. This may sound really far out, but I'm not. I'm talking about direct experiences I've had. And when you mention, when you ask me if I'm afraid, fuck yeah. When that happens, I only need to experience that for a short period of a minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes. And I'm ready to come back down into normality, because the power, the brilliant light of that energy is so strong that you want to go back to the normality and the mundanity of who you thought you were before. So as far as fear goes, yes, I feel like a healthy fear in the losing yourself into the divine, losing yourself in the bliss of reality, and not being able to sort of keep it together, if you know what I mean. Say hello to me, please. Hello, Paulo Leon. Cane Corso is a dog. Yeah, I had a feeling. Science. Buddhism. Hi, by the way. What's up, Izzy? I like your jokes. That was a good one. What's going on down here at the bottom of the chat? Hey guys, I just want to say that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. The Lord is real and good. He is waiting for you with open arms for you to come to him. Turn to him, for he cares for you. Thank you, Talman, for your preaching. Take the water of life like beneficial water. What's going on here? Oh, what kind of Hindu you like more? Advaita Vedanta? That's non-duality, isn't it? Advaita Vedanta? No, I fuck with that, but I'm more so about bhakti. Bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, karma yoga, not necessarily... Non-duality is like the end point, it's cutting right to the chase, but I like to play, I like to vibe, I like to trip out on love and joy and thought and philosophy and all these things, Ego death. Die the flesh death, and the second death has no power. Yeah, I feel that. There's an old Shogun quote. White tigers fight in a valley. Smart monkeys sit on a tree and watch them suicide each other. Moral of the quote, don't rush on decisions. While tigers fight in a valley, smart monkeys sit on a tree and watch them suicide. Yeah, I feel that, man. Thank you. Diego M said hi. What's up, Diego? How you doing, man? Jesus Christ is God. Okay, so is there just a lot more Christians these days, or do they like migrate to YouTube lives or something? Because I get so many people in the chat being like, praise God, forgive others and you will be forgiven, judge not and you will not be judged. Fuck yeah, dude. Try smoking bed bugs. It's wild. I have, bro. Joke's on you. Good job, Talman. Cool. Jesus is a homie for sure. I'm carpet surfing right now for another bed bug to smoke. Fear is the beginning of wisdom. Facts. Facts. The Miracle Empress. What's up, bro? The Miracle Empress. How you doing? You're the one that commented just the other day asking me to go lives at different times, yeah? Okay, I trip out on smoking bed bugs. It's funny, bro. Your name is You Can't Silence Me. And as far as like in the context of these lives, I could like remove you from this live. What is Alan? What are you going on about, bro? What do you think about the Hare Krishna movement? Are you talking about the people themselves, the members of the Hare Krishna movement, or are you talking about like Krishna itself and like just the whole vibe around that? It's funny you mentioned that because I actually have the Bhagavad Gita right here. Loru, Alan, what are you talking about, bro? Thoughts on Aleister Crowley? I've heard that name, bro, but I don't know like who that is. What was his deal? I've heard about him. Yeah, any more far out, generally sane questions that you guys have that you wouldn't mind throwing in the chat? That'd be fun. Can you say hi, Zaina? I'm a big fan of you. Oh, that's so sweet. Hi, Zaina. How you doing? Thank you for pulling up. Miracle Empress, are you still here? Yeah, Alan, I don't know what you're talking about, homie. I tried years ago smoking banana peels, just the veins on the peels. What? I love the Bhagavad Gita too. Bastion, are you a Hindu? Are you into Hinduism? What's up, Miracle Empress? How often do you... Alright. Sorry, homie. You're out. There we go. He's gone. That's the first one down. Any more? You got any silly comments? We're trying to vibe and grow. Not act like third graders. What about what I'm talking about? Jesus, yeah. What inspired... I want to ask you this, Alan, because usually the Christianity preachers, I have to leave. I love you. I love you too, Mariah. Thank you for swinging by. Yeah, Alan, usually the Christian preachers, they pull up, they drop some shit like you're dropping, and then they dip out. But what's inspiring you to drop all that information? Let me know what's up. Space Hippo, I can't be silenced. Are you the one that asked me about a Dutch oven a moment ago? Just spiritual like you. Yeah, Bastion, that's how I would identify myself as well. People ask me, are you a Buddhist? Are you a Hindu? Are you this? Are you that? And it's like, I'm just like, are you religious? It's like, I'm just like living life. And I do consider myself like very deeply spiritual, but I don't ascribe to a particular religion. I'm not like, I'm a Buddhist or whatever, you know? Black Mirror, yeah, you heard that, bro? Yeah, I'm not even going to go back in on it. You know how YouTube live streams are. This is why, hey, are any of you guys going to be pulling up to the private Zoom session that I'm doing May 12th? Are any of you down for that? I made a post about it, I think, yesterday. Do you know your life path number or your main 3 in numerology? No, I don't. My mom does. My mom is really into that stuff, and she would actually be able to tell you. It'd be funny if she was actually here. All right, Shadow Monarch. You meditate, right? Would you say meditation is a practice or a system which leads to a desired goal? Personally, I don't feel it is, but can you give your view on it? Hold on. I personally, I don't meditate to try to get somewhere. I'm not trying to make something happen or make something stop happening. I mean, when I meditate, what I'm doing is focusing on the fact that I exist. I'm just being. And I guess in a sort of roundabout way, you could say that I'm trying to come into like a place of clarity and stillness and presence, but I'm not trying to get enlightened. I'm not trying to silence my mind. I'm not trying to make something happen. I'm not forcing myself to meditate. I don't feel obligated to meditate. I enjoy meditating. It's not, as Alan Watts said, it's not this grim duty. It's something that I just do. And what I do is I just focus on the feeling of existing. And it's profound because we all spend so much time out here thinking, planning, remembering, doing. You want to go do this? Yeah, let's go do that. Oh, I'm at work, groceries, bills, relationship, friends, hobbies. We do all this stuff. We're constantly doing. And for me, I can get to a sort of state of mental fatigue. I call it like mental nausea, where it gets to this point where I'm like in this restless, manic, hyperactive state of doing, with no really deeper tonality as to why I'm doing any of the shit that I'm doing. And that's when I feel the calling to sit down and just be. And by just being, I come into this serenity, this peace, just focusing on the feeling of your body and letting your thoughts think themselves and letting your emotions be what they are and just being. You naturally like come into this place, this state of tranquility and peace, and it's like all the tension starts to unravel. It's like the feeling of like taking your socks off at the end of a long day, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not trying to get to a desired goal. I guess you could say it's just a practice for me, you know. All right, what's going on here in the chat? You are blind. You have another half. What you talking about, Alan? Invite her in. I'm master number 11. She might be here on her own. She might pull up. My mom, her username is the spiritual witch. If you're here, Mom, say something. Invite her in. I'm master number 11. Jesus is king. See, there you go, Alan. There's one of your homies. Something tells me you're a master number as well. Miracle Empress, ask me what you need to be able to determine my number, and you can figure it out for me. Sounds more like being lazy instead of meditating. All right, Space Hippo, you're out, brother. See ya. That's so funny. Feeding. Could I ask if you believe in Jesus? I believe in the energy and the spirit that Jesus felt in his heart. I don't worship Jesus Christ. I don't believe or follow the story of the Bible or the story of Christianity. It doesn't resonate with me. I don't doubt it. I don't put it down, but it doesn't click with me. It doesn't resonate with me. You know what I mean? Could I ask why? Could you ask why what? Like why I'm not Christian? Jesus is king and I came back. That's awesome. I would love to talk about Christianity. I'm not Christian for the same reason that you're not an atheist. It's just not the way I feel. You know what I mean? I believe in God. I don't, as Carl Jung said, I don't believe, I don't have to believe in God because I know God. I know God exists. And it's a personal relationship. And half the time, most of the time, it's not even something that I can put a face to. I can't say God or Jesus or Mohammed or Allah, or Ram or Krishna. I can't put a face to it. God is formless. God is this moment. It's just this moment. It's life itself. Life is God. You are life, and life is God. You are God. This is all the manifestation of God. I don't think God is a old man in the sky. that's making sure I'm being a good boy, waiting for me. I think God is everything. I think God is wisdom. I think God is pain. I think God is life. I think God is disagreement. I think God is multiple religions. It's all God. It's all God. Well, God, oh, wait, hold on. Let me read what you got saying here. If you don't believe in Jesus, then what can you rely on for salvation? See, like, I'm not thinking in the way that you are. I'm not waiting and praying for this thing called salvation. This is it, bro. This is it. I'm not by postponing heaven, putting heaven out in front of you after you die. What is this? What have you created this to be? You know, it's like a waiting room. You know what I mean? And I'm not afraid of going to hell, and I'm not afraid of, you know what I'm saying? Like, God is everything. God is love. We're not gonna be. I don't think we're gonna be punished for not knowing or following His rules. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. Missed you. Oh, Charlie Jones. What a delight to see you back in the chat, homie. How are you? How are you doing? We're talking about Christianity and how I relate to that, and how these beautiful souls here relate to Christianity. How do you integrate your spirituality in your everyday life? I see every single... That's kind of interesting question, man, because it's kind of what we're talking about here. One sec. The way that I integrate spirituality into my everyday life is I see every single thing as an opportunity to grow. Every single thing in your life that manifests itself, that pops up. Like right now, me talking to you guys and talking about Christianity and all these things. This is all conducive to awakening. It is for you as well, but you may not think that, or you may not believe it or whatever. But I understand that every single thing I experience in my life, from the moment I wake up to how my day pans out and who I talk to and how I feel and what happens, and everything is a lesson. Everything is, as Ram Dass says, grist for the mill of awakening. Everything is fuel to grow you further and further and further. And the way that I integrate my spirituality into my everyday life is, it's not even something I'm actively doing of like, how would I frame this in a spiritual way? It's all spirituality. Spirituality is a full-time gig. It's always on the clock. It's always spiritual time. You're always learning. You're always growing. You're always awakening. And it's not always going to be fun. And it's not always going to seem like you're growing and awakening, but deep down, I know that life itself is spirituality, you know? What's going on here? Someone died for your sin. Well, God doesn't have a physical body. God only loves you. If you love him, his story history. What Shadow Monarch, what do you think hell is? Okay, I got a really beautiful story for you guys. So there was this really fierce, mean, rugged samurai character that was raiding a village in India or wherever, you know, and they raided this Buddhist monastery, and all the monks fled except for one monk. And the mean, rugged samurai guy was like infuriated that this one monk wasn't scared and didn't flee in fear and all this stuff. So he approached the monk, and the monk was sitting there peacefully in meditation. And the samurai comes up to him, and he rouses him from his meditation, and he's like, "You, teach me about heaven and hell. You think you know something? Teach me about heaven and hell." And the monk looks at the samurai and he says, "Teach you? Look at you. You're fat, you're angry, your hair is long and greasy, like you're an idiot. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what this is. You don't even know why you're here. Teach you? How could I teach you anything?" There's no way you would even retain anything I tell you. You're so dumb. You couldn't handle what I could teach you. And the samurai, hearing this, got so infuriated at what this monk just said to him that he unsheathed his sword and was about to kill this monk. And the veins were popping out of his neck, and he was practically red and like completely explosively in anger. And right as the samurai is about to slash the monk with his sword, the monk says, "That's hell." And the samurai, suddenly realizing that this monk practically just sacrificed his own life to teach him what hell is, he sheathed his sword, got down on his knees, and bowed in reverence to the monk, saying, "Thank you," like, wow. And the monk said, "And that's heaven." So, long story short, hell is a state of being that you're living in. It's a state of being that you're resonating on. It's not this fiery pit that you get cast to by a power that is going to put you there because you weren't a good boy on earth. I think hell is a state of being that you are in. Same with heaven. Heaven and hell is here, now, right now. And the question is, which one do you want to be in, you know? Salvation is a free gift, bro, bought by the blood of Christ. Put your faith in him and you'll have that gift. Well, I have faith. I have faith in God. It doesn't fit the model of Christianity per se, but I have faith in God. I have faith in God, and I feel saved, whatever way you want to describe that. Or do you believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sin? I think maybe historically that very well could have happened. All right, what's going on here? I'm down at the bottom of the chat. Black Mirror, love that. Isn't that a profound story, man? Stop embarrassing yourself on live. Stop preaching. We get it all, bro. I'm definitely not embarrassing myself. Like, I was the one that like clicked and decided to go live. You know what I mean? What's more embarrassing, mathematics, I usually don't even like respond to those kinds of comments, but what's more embarrassing is like that you're sitting here typing on your phone and just spreading negativity. That's more embarrassing than talking from a place of love and passion, in my opinion. What are you teaching? Just scrolled in. Austin, I'm not necessarily teaching anything. I'm just kind of talking about spirituality and God and what life is and faith in God and all this beautiful stuff. I'm basically responding to what you guys are saying. You know what I mean? But if you want to ask like what I directly teach, on my YouTube channel, I make videos talking about self-transformation, spirituality, connecting, finding your connection with the divine or spirit or God or whatever you want to call it. And sort of unraveling toxic, negative ways of thinking and being, like posting like hate comments on YouTube live streams, like learning how to not have to live in that way, you know what I mean? But yeah, on the YouTube lives, I go live every Thursday and just hang out with you guys and talk about stuff, regardless of what you guys bring up too. What's going on here? All right. The thing is, we are not perfect. If you are not perfect, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven, as heaven is for those who are perfect. We are made perfect not by our own works, but by what Jesus did, taking our sin and bearing it for us on the cross, which is why we can have eternal life. And just putting your faith in him, you will receive eternal life. Amen. Love that, yeah. Great story, man. I've never heard that one. I was listening to that story like I was in second grade or something. That's so sweet, bro. I love it. I had a fun time telling it too. That's cool. God doesn't send you to hell. You do. You make the decision to follow him or not. If you spend your life... Hello, son. Oh, everybody give the spiritual witch some love. That's my beautiful, amazing mother. And she's the one, I don't know if you're still here, the Miracle Empress. She's the one that would know my life number or whatever it was that you said. Okay, X, I'm going to read your comment. God doesn't send you to hell, you do. You make the decision to follow him or not. If you spend your life separate from God, you will spend eternity from God. I feel you. I know what you're talking about. The way I think about God is you know, what humans are is like a little baby sitting on the floor in the living room playing with their toys. And what God is the mother in the kitchen stirring the pot and cooking dinner. And she's not tending to the child because the child is satisfied sitting there playing with his toys. You know, greed, lust, materialism, attraction, all this stuff, all the toys that we play with, all the stuff that keeps us distracted from God. But there comes a time when the child no longer wants to play with the toys, and he throws the toys aside, and at once he cries for his mother. And what that is the human soul calling out for God. And it's only when the child begins crying that the mother gets the signal to leave the kitchen and come and embrace the child. So I feel you. When it comes to, it's up to you to be with God or not, I feel you 100%, bro. It's a matter of when you're ready and when you want him or her or it or however you want to say it. God is formless. But yeah, the longing for God is a prerequisite to experience God, I think, at least most of the time, you know? By the way, if you want physical evidence, I could totally give you some. No, bro, I vibe with you. I vibe with what you're saying. You know, I don't doubt what you're saying at all. I don't doubt any of it, man. I'm off, you're embarrassing, I'm embarrassed for you. Well, I hope you feel better soon, mathematics. That's cool, respect for passing positivity to the public. We could all use it. Facts, bro. Exactly. We could all use positivity. Every single one of us. The Miracle Empress, you're back. I've noticed people get really triggered and feel the need to spill their miserable mood. Yes, dude, exactly. It's crazy. And when you think about these negative people, what they're doing is they're sitting on their ass, scrolling through YouTube shorts or their YouTube feed, and a live pops up. And obviously they don't associate with the channel, because if they did, if they vibed with it like you guys do, they'd be vibing, they'd be good, they'd be happy, they'd be having a good time hanging out. But no, the YouTube algorithm like pushes my live to random people. So what you get is people who don't even associate with the stuff that we're talking about. And that's what really has inspired my like the idea of having private Zoom sessions, so that all you homies and me can all get together in a private group where random cringy upset people don't butt in with all their weirdness, you know what I mean? But yeah, YouTube lives are interesting for sure. It takes balls to do this. Yeah, it does. And it gets easier the more reps that you put in, you know? Yeah, okay, I'm removing him. What's going on here? Spiritual witch, yes, gives the spiritual witch some love. If God didn't exist too, you think humanity would exist? I think they're synonymous with each other. I think they're one and the same, man. Who's giving me all those hearts? Thank you. All right. Hello, spiritual witch. I'm asking all about life path numbers and the main 3. Yes. She'll figure it out. He is a 6 life path. Yeah. I remember you doing that. If we didn't exist, would God exist? I don't know. JJ Davis says, yo, what's up, homie? How you doing, man? 27,000 ancient manuscripts in 9 different languages make up the New Testament, by the way, and between all books of the Bible, there are 67,000 interconnections in the Bible between stories and verses. So this is a really interesting question that's often postulated for Christians. Think of somebody, a culture of people that don't have access to the Bible and Christianity or they don't know anything about any of that at all. Maybe it's a completely uncontacted tribe of human beings. Are they, what's their destiny? Are they going to hell because they aren't following the rules of God and Jesus because they don't know about them? Like, what's their deal? When they die, does God greet them and say, this is what you should have been doing when you were alive and you did it wrong? Like, how does that get accounted for? Watched 3 to 4 recent videos yesterday and they really resonated with me. I appreciate it and it arrived at the right time. That really means a lot to me, the Miracle Empress, like for real. That's what it's all about, is one heart touching another heart, you know what I mean? And if I can share these videos and they resonate with even one person, that's 100% validation to me that it's worth it, and I have a good time talking about it. I have a good time making the videos and dedicating my time and energy to posting them and doing these lives, hanging out with you guys. And like, self-doubt is real, where like, oh, who am I to talk about this? What's the point of all this? They could find all this information elsewhere. Who am I I don't know, I'm not good enough, and all this self-deprecating doubt, but then somebody like you says that. This really resonated with me. I needed to hear this today. Thank you so much. You really shed light on this for me. And it's in seeing that it reminds me and reiterates to me and validates to me the importance of what I'm doing. And that goes for all of you as well. It's not just me. Like, the way that I heard it put is like, think about how selfish it is to hold back your potential because you're afraid of what other people are going to think. And you think you're being humble, but really you're robbing the world of your beauty. Whether that's art, music, writing, clothing, crafts, content, YouTube videos, TikTok videos, whatever it is. Whatever your passion is, by not putting it out into the world because you're afraid of what other people are going to think, you're robbing the world of the intrinsic beauty that you have to offer. And it comes down to a point where you just have to say, fuck the doubt. It isn't true, and push forward, plow through the doubt and keep going. And you will see that it lifts people up. People need this stuff. Doing good, bro. How you doing? I'm doing very good, homie. I'm vibing. YouTube living. Unfortunately, it's easier to spread anonymous negativity rather than really connect and understand others. I lived a period of that and realized the issue was me and not the world around me. Exactly. And that's what a lot of these cringy hater comments are. That's what they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I used to do it too. I used to be a little keyboard warrior, like fucking arguing with people online and talking shit and stuff. And it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's energy that could be directed into growing out of that elementary, immature stuff, but we all grow at exactly the right speed and rate that we're meant to. I'm very curious how someone will answer what you just asked. Yeah, I know, right? We'll see here. All right, the chat's kind of going off. Can you shout out my channel, please? I like God. All right, to the 18 people in this chat right now, shout out Sigma Boys. Some of these stupid ass comments get me, bro. This is obnoxious. Somebody just said I have cheesy egg farts. Shit, man. Don't get me with that. All right, what's going on here? All right, I'm going to block Sigma Boys now because he's just spamming. Keep being you, bro. Thank you. Scam. The money helps too. What money, bro? People have this weird bias towards making money off of what you fucking like doing. You go to work every day and you make money doing something you probably don't even enjoy. So what the hell is the problem in making a living off of what you fucking love? There's not a single problem with it at all. Obviously, if you're scamming people, and obviously if you're more focused on getting money than you are offering value and service to others, that's one thing. But monetizing what you love is probably the smartest decision you could make in this culture, in this game that we're a part of. You know, so the services that I offer are not like, hey, give me money or else I'm not gonna give you this value. No, I offer all sorts of value and then offer services as well as a monetary exchange. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, homie, and you know it's good to do that. God will handle everything that happens and will judge fairly. If they never heard of Jesus or God ever, then that isn't really their fault. God would see that and judge fairly. Yeah. Yeah. My suggestion to people is to listen. Tons of NDEs, and you can paint somewhat of a picture. Plus, if you really dig into like Dolores Cannon, you can really start to understand more. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Absolutely. If you're curious to the answer to that question, use the same thing you're on right now, the internet. I promise you, if you're truly seeking God is there to guide you. Hell yeah, man. I feel that. Studying what we are capable of is my passion. Same, bro. Same. Studying what we are capable of and sharing what we are capable of is my passion. I just joined and I'm not strong enough to lift an average human. Really? You're doing it right now online talking about it. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. Bastion, are you vegan? No, I'm not. But I will tell you, like, it feels good. The path of veganism. It feels wholesome. You know what I mean? Yeah, arguing gets people nowhere, but having a real discussion is great. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, imagine the audacity it takes to just, like, argue and, like, literally judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? Do you believe that we are all sinners and need to be saved by his grace? No. No. I think it was Ramakrishna, the Indian saint, that said, instead of sitting there going, alas, I am a sinner, I am a sinner, get on with it. It doesn't matter. Find God. You don't, you know? It's not a textbook. It's not a rule book. Life is way more fucking interesting than rules and commandments and thou shalt. Life is a liquid, fluid fucking mystery. And that is God. You know, and it's get on with it. You know, you don't need to sit, oh, am I meditating right? Am I following the path of Jesus? Oh, I swore. What is God upstairs going to think? Relax, dude. Like, God, spirituality is so much deeper than what we can conceive of. You know? Do a flip. I'm banning him. I've got a... Oh, wait. What did you say there? Odnalan. Alan, I don't know what you're talking about, Alan. I've got to hop off. Shout out to Sigma Boys, L. Peace and love to all of you. Tomorrow will be a great day for us all together. And thanks for sharing some positivity. Tomorrow will be a beautiful day. And Austin, thank you so much for the reciprocation of the positivity, man. I needed it too. Have a good one, man. Cap. I don't need Jesus. I got a Jesus piece. I know what you're referring to there. That's a banger. Hey, what's good, Fish? How you doing, man? My boy. If you're still in the chat, what's up, homie? All right. Sorry if I'm a little behind in the chat. It's fun. I'm slowly making my way through. Fish, I hope you're doing good, man. You shared you got a lot going on right now, and I feel you, man. You know, losing a pet, that shit's heavy, you know, and all I can say, and like the moving thing, like the moving to a new location and all that uncertainty and all that feeling like the roots have been, you've been literally uprooted from normality and the known. All I can say is no matter how intense, dark, scary it feels, bro, it's meant to be. And that is what you're experiencing is the catalyst for awakening. And, you know, with the stuff you do, the stuff that I know you do, and the stuff that I know you're associated with, I know you know that deep down, bro. That it's fucking hard right now, but it's good. It's, you know what I mean? So I wish you all the best, homie, and I hope you're well. Yes, because it's destined to be successful because it's based around love. All right, what's going on down here at the bottom? So if somebody is stealing, is that not a sin besides a crime? It's karma is what it is, where if you steal, it's gonna come around in some kind of way. If you get caught, you go to jail. If you don't get caught, it's on your conscience. You know, you're not gonna live a deep, loving, rich life because you're a fucking thief. You know, it's karma. It's a consequence. Your actions have consequences, but and you know, and like the way that I feel is maybe when the thief dies, there's this sort of reflective period of seeing how they live their life and coming into this space of a sort of reflection, you know, and like, damn, like I was an asshole on Earth, you know what I mean? Like I stole from people and I treated people poorly, and you know what I mean? And then that's karma, the effect of your negative actions. You do bad shit, and bad shit will result. You do good shit, and good shit will result, you know? But I don't think if you steal, you're gonna go to hell. You know what I mean? I don't vibe with that. You look like you would have protested the Vietnam War if you were born 60 years ago. I protest the wars now, bro. Like, I mean, I don't protest them, but I'm not like, fucking go. You know what I mean? I'm not pro-war. Who is pro-war? You know? Be very careful what you're doing, my man. False prophets burn the hottest. God bless. Hope in your search you find him. Yeah, see, I just don't resonate with that energy, bro. Like, all due respect to you, but to tell somebody that they're gonna burn in hell because they don't think and know what you think and know, it just doesn't feel right. You know, it doesn't, you know? A true God won't judge you on what you believe. God will judge you on your actions, and even then he won't punish you but teach you further because he sees what led you there. Yeah, I vibe with that. There's like a click. It resonates in a certain way, you know what I mean? And I vibe with that, what you just said, Farron Gaming. Do Jesus love Africa? If so, why are we poor, always behind? So, I think when it comes to like when you say that, like, and I'm not downplaying the suffering of humanity at all, but what I'm saying is when we say something like that, if God was real, if God loved me, why is he allowing X, Y, and Z? Essentially what we're saying is if I were God, I wouldn't have made reality this way. I would have made reality this way, aka all bliss and pleasure and ecstasy and all this stuff. But God, in my opinion, the divine, the spirit, knows a deeper quality of you that you aren't aware of. The divine knows what you're capable of and knows how to grow you and awaken you. And I think God, the suffering that we experience, whether it's subtle suffering or the greatest suffering, is functional. And it's functional in the sense that it's conducive to our awakening. So you referring to being poor and behind in Africa, you guys may be getting like further along in awakening than somebody who's rich and vibing out hedonistically and having a ball. You know, suffering isn't wrong. It's not fun, it's not awesome, but it grows us. It's by suffering that we grow, you know? So, you know, my dad said, like, if God was real, why did he let my mom die of cancer? And when he said that, I was like, like, it's not wrong that she died of cancer. Just because his mother died of cancer doesn't mean that God doesn't exist. God is transcendent of the human mind. The human mind doesn't want its suffering. It says, this shouldn't be happening. We need to put an end to this. This sucks. This is so unfortunate. Why me? Why me? Why me? But God knows, like I said, God knows that deeper level of you. God knows what he or it is doing. You know what I mean? And the suffering is functional, to put simply, you know? I don't think it's a matter of if God was real, why is he allowing, you know what I mean? All right, the chat's popping off. I'm down at the bottom now. Good wouldn't exist without a value of evil, because otherwise there's no definition of good or evil. Yeah, dude, exactly. See, I vibe with that. That makes sense to me. Try to counteract judgment with the fact the story is not over, and we truly will never know. It's hard for egos to integrate. Yeah, exactly. We truly will never know. What is it to know something? I vibe with that, Fish. Kinjal B, what's up, homie? How you doing? All right. Consequences are not always come back, but ones of kingdom of contentiousness is tainted. When you do something that is against your character, you feel bad, and that kingdom is worth everything. It's kind of hard to understand there. Flesh is the real devil. H, self, backward. H, self. That's interesting. Alan Hodge. Hi from Russian again. Flo Rotment. I recognize your name. How you doing? Thank you for pulling up. Actually, God is high advanced alien creature. See how we're all sitting here just like kind of like shooting the shit over what God is? We don't know. Each of us is entitled to what we believe and what we feel and resonate with. But look at how many different ideas there are. We don't know. And every single one will say, no, we do know, this is it. And you're just like naive and you don't believe. But we don't. This is a mystery. This is a mystery. And every field can't escape that this is a mystery, you know? Another one, said DJ Khaled as Drake loaded the van. Damn. Hi, it's me from Russia again. What's up? Hi, I was eating. What's up, Mariah? How you doing? I'm kind of going back through the chat now. Have you read Alan Watts books? No, I've never read an Alan Watts book, but I've listened to numerous Alan Watts lectures. All right, what's going on here? It's been good listening to you, brother. I was playing some Hogwarts Legacy whilst doing so. Always love your points of view on the depths of life. Thank you so much, Ross. That means the world to me. I hope it was fun playing the Hogwarts Legacy. That's cool. I'm good, but to be honest, I know I've been pushing away the pain of losing my cat. I left to a job interview and never saw her till I saw her mangled body. I'm probably gonna start there. Yeah, that's fucking wild, man. I literally can't imagine. Don't push that away, man. That's like let yourself feel that. That shit's deep. Wow. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You believe in God, yet you believe that the universe controls things through karma. Karma, the universe, God, they're all one and the same. It's all God. There's no difference to me between, karma means action. It's not like revenge. It's not like consequences. It's actions. Where, like, you saying that comment is karma, and the karma of that comment is me responding to it. Life is karma. You know what I mean? When you do good shit, good shit will happen. When you do bad shit, and it's not this evening balance thing where, like, if you do good things, you can expect, you know what I mean? You may do good things and something horrible happens to you, but, like, I feel like it's just the way things are, man. There's no difference between God and the universe and consequences, and it's all just this. It's all one. It's all one. I don't think there's a hierarchical, you know what I mean? I also see karma more as inertia of certain things to come your way to wake you up. Fuck yeah. Inertia is a wonderful analogy to describe it. Inaction also has consequence, so what does it matter? There is no inaction. You can't not do. By not doing is doing. What's the first thing you're going to not do? I'm going to just sit on the ground forever. Okay, that's what you're doing, is sitting on the ground, you know? But yeah, it does, that idea of not doing or inaction has consequences as well. So what does it matter? It matters the quality of your actions. The quality of your actions is what precipitates results in the world. And what do you want to see in the world? Do you want to see good shit or do you want to see bad shit? You know? So it matters to the extent that you desire to live a good life, you know? If you don't give a shit, then do what you want. But if you want to see beauty in the world, you need to be beautiful yourself. Not gonna lie, and I mean this most respectfully, religion is so surface level. Like, there is much deeper things than one tiny belief. 100,000%, bro. And religion gets a lot of bad rap because of the attitude of, I know the way and you need to believe what I believe in. That's why it has such a negative rap, you know? But they're fucking, hey, man, life is vast, deep. I mean, take a moment to like just look around, like, what's happening right now? What is this? We're sitting here on a YouTube live stream talking about God. Like, what is this moment? What is this? You know, it's so much deeper than any idea we could ever conceive of. Keep your blood up in heaven. In your brain, do not worship belly and one eye. Having a hard time understanding what you're referring to there, Alan. I hear the peepers outside. That's so beautiful. Hey, Mama and Black Mirror are talking together. That's so sweet. All right, what do we got here? As a historian, why does Africa suffer? Because colonialism and greed. Human greed knows no bounds. Yeah. And once again, I would say it's the results of karma. It's the results of action that we've taken. If a tree falls in a forest, does it make a noise? That's so sweet. My grandfather used to buck with me saying that to me when I was a kid. If you commit a crime and no one sees it, are you or do you feel guilty? Yeah. Yeah, I would. Because I know it's not hidden. It's hidden when you do something secretly without anybody knowing. The thing you're protecting is your fake ass persona that you portray to everybody. Your reputation is what you're protecting. But the integrity and quality of your soul, that's what you're compromising by being a piece of shit when no one's around. You know what I mean? And that's between you and God, you know? You're the best. I love your streams. Keep your dream going. Thank you so much, Mariah. That means the world to me. Thank you. Existence is the ecstasy of dichotomy. Fuck yeah. I'm all about that, dude. Conscience. It's a philosophical term. Farron, I don't know what you're referring to there. The autocorrect thing. Kingdom of conscience. Abu Bakr. Hello. What's up, Abu? How you doing, man? The Way of Zen, I'm about to read. Yeah, The Way of Zen. I love Alan Watts, man. I haven't listened to him in a minute, but I love him so much. What kind of music do you like? I like a bunch of shit, man. Psytrance, indie, rock. I like a lot of stuff, man. I don't really listen to country, though. No true God will put themselves above others. That would make them very human. A true God sees all life the same. Yep, I agree. It's all love. It is all love, Charlie Jones. It is all love. Are you German? Nein. It's Jesus week. Jesus freak. Sir, please answer me. Nostalgia holic. What did you say? I missed your comment. Let me scroll back through here for a moment. Give me 1 second. I can't find it. Try throwing it in the chat again, Nostalgia holic. Do you like Juice World? Yeah, I like a few of his songs. He has some good stuff. Anikino, yeah. 9. Yeah, Nostalgiaholic, throw your comment in the chat again. I can't understand the correlation between karma and the universe. To me, those are two separate things. That's fair. Oh, do you love Jesus Christ? That was your question, right? Yeah, Jesus Christ was savage, man. I have love for Jesus. I don't think about him a lot, but when I think of him, I have love for that. I can't understand the correlation between karma and the universe. To me, those are two separate things. I feel you. I mean, the universe itself, I would say, isn't karma. But the universe is like the fabric that all karma is happening within. The universe is made up of karma, of action, of stuff happening. So they're it's kind of like discerning the difference between like the stuff in space and space itself. You know what I mean? Scoop doop poo. The dude is the dude. I'm not even gonna read that comment. I'm just gonna ban him. Fucking A. It's funny though what he said. Do you love Jesus? Yeah, I love Jesus. Jesus was a meister. What is a meister? What is the end goal of it all? Heaven? Where is humanity heading to? Where is humanity heading to? An imagined reality which they have invented for themselves, or for some comfort? What if life itself is beyond a goal? We're a goal-oriented species, for sure. We have goals. We set goals and we have dreams and aspirations. Whoever's given all the hearts, thank you, by the way. That's sweet. But what if life itself is not goal-oriented? What if the goal of life is to experience life, which is exactly what every single one of you are doing, and me, right now. The goal is complete. Now that might not sound satisfying because it's like, no, the goal is like existential bliss for eternity, or heaven, or my cat, or unity with God, or whatever. We think of this big cookie at the end of the tunnel, like there's a reward or something. But I think life is an experience to be had, and you can't mess it up. When you have a goal, you can fuck that up by not taking necessary actions and that kind of stuff. You cannot achieve a goal. But life isn't something you achieve or not. I don't think you can mess up life. You can't do life wrong, But yeah, I guess if I were to run that question, Shadow Monarch, through the filter of my goal-oriented human mind, I would say the goal is to be a good person, be loving, be kind, step out of the ego, and be love. Don't be a pushover, but be love. Be a serving force of light in the world. Don't be a dick. As my mom likes to say, just don't be a douchebag. That's the goal. That's the point. Stop being a douchebag, and you're winning, Do you know about the Jews? I've heard of them. Mike, that doesn't make sense in my experience. Long and slow is the way. I don't know what Mike said, Fish. Do you like Pop Smoke? Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Nah, I don't. I wouldn't be able to name a song from him. I wish I could live a more magical life, but people's negativity pull my energy down. Well, yeah, that's the game, isn't it, man? That's the game, is to it's a test, man. It's a test. It's easy to vibe out on your own, but then somebody cuts out in front of you, or somebody judges you, or makes fun of you, or is just chronically negative and toxic and cynical, and it drags your energy down. And it's like life saying, how on your game are you? How much do you have it together? You know what I mean? Are you going to let the outside world determine your well-being? It's a test. It's a game. It's a game of becoming impeccable, of becoming the idea is to not let others control your energy, and it's hard, and that's why it's the sort of point, is to grow yourself to a position where somebody being negative doesn't bring you down. It doesn't infringe upon your energy, and I'm right there with you, bro. I wish I could live a more magical life too, but people bring me down. But I understand that I'm not in control of other people, and they're where they're at. And what I am in control of is the way in which they are affecting me. So I'm working from the inside out. And in my understanding, by working from the inside out, I will only come into a place of deeper and deeper I will develop a deeper and deeper capacity to be able to withstand the negativity of the world without it bringing me down. You know what I mean? And it will be a process of just transformation, where rather than being the one who's brought down, I'm the one who brings others up, you know? And also, that's not like my intent where I'm going to lift you up. But just by being in love myself, there's a natural rising of the vibe. You know what I mean? Life is an energy source. Fuck yeah, it is. Absolutely. The second coming, I thought it was for comfort, but Jesus is real. I denied him for years, but he is real. Have you seen Cuphead Psychedelic Trance? No, I haven't, Charlie. Is that music? If you were a mage, what would your element or theme be? I think my element would be like electricity or something badass like that. You know what I mean? Chat's going crazy. All right, I'm down at the bottom. You are right, man. Bless you. Thank you, Iakro. Negativity gives you cancer. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Nostalgiaholic, what you talking about, bro? Rip Juice WRLD and XXX, yeah. Rest in peace to them. Yeah. Now let's say one achieves all that, but the desire for more remains, which is how humans are programmed. Don't we always want more? You don't have to. You don't have to always want more. We're just not done wanting. You know what I mean? Like we want more. We're not done with the game of desire yet. You know what I mean? And I feel like the idea of enlightenment is when you get done wanting. You don't prefer this or that. I think it was in the third Chinese patriarch of Zen or something that said, the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. And when you let that shit sink in, it's like, he's essentially saying enlightenment isn't hard if you don't want anything, It's far out. Life can be messed up by living somebody else's life or having regrets about not having lived it as one wanted. Well, I see what you're saying, but that's like a model you have of how you think life should be lived. You lived a life that goes against your conception of the life you wish you lived. But I'm talking about just one layer behind that. Life itself, where you laying on your deathbed going, oh, I wasted my life. I lived a life I didn't want to live. You didn't mess anything up. That was meant to happen. It's transformative. It's functional, and it's hard to conceive of, but man, if you can feel like what I'm talking about, like it's all conducive to your awakening, whether you feel like you fucked up or not, The goal is to come to Jesus, the creator of the universe. Sure, man. This is better as Cheta Rubater. Praise the King of Kings. The cats. I love how he explains the end goal. Wait, what's the cat thing going on here? The cat. Oh, my cat. Yeah. Okay, I remember. I'm fucking around in the chat right now. I don't know what's going on. Even though I am more neo-pagan, I think Jesus was right in a lot of things. If you can't find your life's purpose, just be the beacon for others in times of darkness, like the giant Atlas. Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, what do we got going on down here? Power off. What's up, homie? It's good to see you in the chat again, man. I feel like I am committing the biggest sin by not becoming religious, even after finding myself face to face with Jesus in an out-of-body experience. What does it mean to become religious, man? Cram yourself into a box of rules that doesn't resonate with you? Like, you know what I mean? I try to focus on breath, but I struggle with anxiety and social. I think we all do a little bit, man. Very much so. Are you talking about in, like, when you sit down to meditate, you have a hard time focusing on your breath because of your struggles with anxiety and social stuff? Is that what you're referring to? Shadow Monarch. So what are your thoughts on free will? This question has been attacked by a lot of great people, and everyone has different perspectives. Care to share yours? Okay, so I've talked about free will a lot, and I feel like I have a really, like... So, it's both. We have free will, but we also don't have free will. Who we think we are doesn't have free will, but who we are has all the free will in the world. You know, we make choices, right? Like right now, I'm going to pick up this coffee cup, and now I'm going to put this coffee cup down. That's a choice. I made that choice. That was a will. I'm using my will right now. I used my will to start this YouTube live. But if I could see far back enough, if I could get far back enough into a different state of understanding, I would see that all of this is a natural unfolding. In the same way that when you're driving the car, when you're driving, every day that you go out and you drive, you're not choosing to turn left and choosing to turn right and choosing to go slow and fast. It's all happening in what's called base brain. It's just happening naturally. And what else is happening naturally is the plants growing and the sun rising and setting and the ocean, you know, the tide coming and going. Everything is happening naturally. And me picking up the coffee cup and putting it down, it's only a choice when I apply the attention of identity of I am going to pick this up, I'm going to put this down. But up until you asked this question, Shadow Monarch, every single time I've picked this up and took a sip, I didn't choose to do it. It happened, you know? It's just happening, and it's both. Like, can you handle the possibility that it's both? I mean, it kind of seems like a binary either or thing, but I feel like it's both. We're making choices, but it's a natural unfolding. In the same way I was talking to, I think it was you, Farron, I think, that you can't mess up life. You can't do it wrong. It's perfect. This moment right now, as we talk together and vibe and we're just here, this is perfect completely. You can't fuck this up, you know? The only thing you can fuck up is an idea you have of how you think things should be. The only thing you can fuck up is your preferences, you know? And general day-to-day as well. Sogo Hotel, what are you referring to there, man? Could you expand on that a little bit? Consciousness, the human condition. Yeah. Free will is also like the idea of nature versus nurture. Yeah, what do you mean, Fish? Even though you may not have consciously choose to pick up the cup, the subconscious knows you're going to do that before you do it. There's been studies to prove your subconscious knows what you will do before you act or think it out. Yeah, and I mean, I would relate that subconscious to like a deeper, closer It's like the subconscious is more intimate with that layer of reality that I was talking about, where it's all just happening. It's what is a choice if your subconscious knows it's going to happen first, you know? I say we have a limited free will. Yeah, yeah. I vibe with both, you know what I mean? I vibe with both. I'm choosing to pick it up and choosing to put it down, but I can also feel how, like, I have this faith in the unfolding of reality that I am not necessarily the doer. And Fish, I bet you fuck with that, bro. I bet you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not the one picking up the coffee cup and putting it down. I'm sort of like experiencing it, like, wow, look, you just picked the coffee cup and put the coffee cup down, you know? I'd say we have no free will psychologically, but choice does exist outside. What is it on the outside that's choosing? Some moments are pure instinct. Yeah, exactly. And that instinct is like a phantom chooser. Who is that chooser? What is instinct? Who coordinates that? You know? Because the butterfly effect exists, that right there eliminates free will. That being said, one has the free will to be kind or not. What's the butterfly effect again, Farron Gaming? I believe the egg came before the chicken. That's a far out philosophical debate there. That's a fun one. You know what else is fun is there's solipsism, which is the idea that you're the only one that exists and everybody else has a projection of your consciousness. What would be fun is to get a group of solipsists in the same room and watch them argue over which one actually exists. Free but limited. True freedom would be also like true heaven, aka a perfect void. We need limits to apply our creativity. Yeah, man, I fuck with that. Devin, how many more watch hours until you're monetized? Literally less than 50. It's gonna happen within the next couple weeks. It's beautiful. That's an interesting question, Black Mirror. Are you a YouTuber? Like you just said, you chose to pick up that cup or chose the blue color of it. Oh, so you're referring to the choice of like the physical world, you know, because that's kind of like the innate natural instinct thing that I was talking about, where it is a way, the world is a way, it is a certain way, you know, and that certain way is, I think, kind of the same thing that prompts our choices, you know. Yeah, like what is gravity? Is the universe just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make big things pull more things into me? What is gravity? Why is that a way, a law, you know? No, I'm a spectator. That's cool that you know about the inner like analytics of monetization and that kind of stuff, though. That's some Inception stuff right there. Yeah. Dank. Black Mirror. Fish, dude. Black Mirror is fucking crazy. I watched that, every episode of that. That shit's wild. What are your thoughts on synchronicity / dreams having meaning? I think it's a sign. I think it's a sign. It's a validation of what you're experiencing and what you're, like right now. Like one of my synchronicities is like butterflies. Like Farron Gaming referring to the butterfly effect. Butterflies keep popping up in my life, and I see it just as, it's just like God talking to you. It's the divine saying like, "What's up, bro?" And if you have the eyes to see it, it's a reiteration of you, like you're on the right path, kind of thing, you know. And I think dreams most definitely have meaning, for sure. You have a butterfly tattoo? Yes, the spiritual age. That's so cool, bro. Where is it? Where's the fucking butterfly? There's got to be a butterfly around here somewhere. I'm not seeing it. Synchronicity is symmetry of a super sort. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's a far out way to describe it. Now we're all talking about butterflies. Look at that. Let's go, dude. That's far out. That's kind of like a little conversation between me and God, man. That's so cool. What up, invaders? What is the butterfly tattoo? Is it like just a butterfly, or is it what is fate? An excuse? Being devil's advocate. Fate is, I think, like a result of past karmas, past actions. You know, it's I don't know, my understanding of fate and destiny and choice and determinism, it's this flowing change, and right now I'm kind of living in the world where it's both. It's both. I believe that we're being carried along. We're right on track. We're not even a millimeter off the path. We're right where we need to be. But also, we need to do what we can to make better decisions. You know, it's both. It's both. And the question is, are you able to balance that dichotomy, like you mentioned there, Fish? The ecstasy of dichotomy. Butterfly effect. Everything affects everything. Example, someone boils an egg, it rains. That makes someone having miss a date. It turns out later that it was a good thing. Yep. I feel that. Yeah, absolutely. That's cause and effect, man. That's the web of karma, you know? The butterfly effect goes against Alan Watts saying that reality isn't causal. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Fish. I think if I'm thinking of the same thing that you're thinking of, he's talking about how this moment right now isn't because of the past. You know, like the past, this moment isn't caused by the past. That's like looking at the wake of the ship and thinking the wake of the ship is the cause of the boat. You know what I mean? The wake of the boat is this moment, and the past is just a fantasy. You know what I mean? And it's so far out to like try to comprehend that shit, but like the idea is it's now, it's all now. The past is a memory. The future is an abstraction. It's always only now, and it's, you know, I don't know. It's basically like what you said, Fish. It's the ecstasy of dichotomy. It's the ecstasy of paradox of not no. It's both. It's both. There is cause and effect, but also the moment is independent of influence. You know what I mean? Bastian, how do you see yourself in 10 years from now? I see myself living a life of service to others, very similar to what you're seeing here, but in different formats, where I'm doing what I love and I can fully and thoroughly support myself in doing what I love and living up to my highest calling and being, as it said, full time with my purpose, with my passion. I see myself leading a life of purpose and doing what I'm here to do, you know? Good question, Bastian. Explaining you don't need the past to explain the now. Everything just is one thing. Fuck yeah. Yep. A butterfly emerging after a great transformation and finally being free. Yes. Butterfly is also a beautiful metaphoric symbol, you know? But aren't we the past? Everything we have accumulated till now. No, I mean, it's said that, you know, man is the sum total of his past actions and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I believe in consequences. I believe in when you do something now, it will reap a result, you know, but I don't think that's necessarily who we are. I think who we are, our soul, is transcendent of karma, of cause and effect, of consequence, you know, of influence. Who we are is the consciousness that gets to even experience this moment right now. Like, take a moment as you watch this to feel your body sitting and hear what you hear, me talking in this instance, and feel your body. That existence that you are is transcendent of cause and effect, of karma. I don't know if I made sense there, but yeah. Baba, you tattoos on your hands. It's the Ram symbol. It's a Hindu symbol. It says RAM, and Ram is a Hindu god that I love. Farron Gaming. The thing is, I can really be mad at anyone since I see through people and see the butterfly effect that let them there. It's really mind-boggling ever since I got out of hell. So you're saying, like, instead of being mad at people, you can see that it's just enough. Come here, baby. They liked seeing you earlier. That's my little collie girl. You're saying that seeing the butterfly effect allows you to, like, sort of come up out of, like, being mad at somebody for doing something. Agreed. It's both. It's causal in a sense that once nothing became a something, a some existence was inevitable. I'm not sure if that logic is correct, though. Just pondering. That's why your name is Fish Pondering, bro. It's causal in a sense that once nothing became a something, I imagine that's what you meant, existence was inevitable. I think nothing remained nothing. It still is nothing right now. You can tune into nothing right now. That's the fun part, you know? Oh no, Glock Boy. We gotta get you out of here, bro. I love you, Glock Boy, but I'm gonna get you off the live, okay? That's unfortunate. Bizu, what's up, bro? I would love to have a life where I can financially support myself by helping others in their life on a personal way, just like you mentioned. And you can, by all means, do that, Bizu. There's nothing holding you back aside from the belief that you can't do it. The idea that it's not possible, or you're not cut out for it, or you're not good enough, or whatever it is. You can do it, bro. You can do it. And believing that you can do it is the first step that will create the domino effect of you manifesting it into your life. You calling me nothing? I matter, but I was no thing. Yeah. That's funny, man. That's funny. Fish, what kind of states of consciousness have you touched into with psychedelics, man? I know you're far out. You're a far out guy. Fish, I'm gonna be in Sedona at the end of the month. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I'm gonna be there from May 1st to May 6th. I'm manifesting. Oh shit! Let's get him out of here. I'm just rapid fire removing the people with silly comments. Indeed, it's also easier to forgive people. Yeah, sometimes their actions can hurt if they hit the right spot, but I can see through them. I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, being able to touch into that soft spot where somebody's negativity is a reflection of their suffering. It allows that negativity, it doesn't even like affect you. You know what I mean? Like, you can see that their negativity, their mean actions, judging you, being mean to you, belittling you, giving you a hard time, that says more about them than it does about you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. When you have that transcendent reflection that their negativity is not your problem, it allows you to touch into, like, you almost have empathy for it. You know what I mean? Pondering on nothing puts me in a warp or trance. Same, bro. I want to tackle something deep, but I'm hesitant about it. What is it you're referring to there, Shadow Monarch? Ayo, I'll hit you up about Sedona. Please do, bro. Fucking A. When are you coming to Perth? What is Perth, Sogo? I didn't know you were still in the chat, Sogo. Are you more of a spiritual coach or teacher, spiritual content creator? What is the idea of this channel? Well, I'm a spiritual content creator, but I also offer coaching services. You know what I mean? Like, and I only use the word coach because that's like the mainstream way to describe it. But basically all it is like all of us right now hanging out, like this is it. This is what I do. But I offer services like one-on-one where it's like tailored to your specific situation that you're dealing with in life, where we sit down and we like really dive into it together, you know. But yeah, I'm a spiritual content creator, a spiritual wellness coach, if you want to slap a label on it. Self-transformation teacher, teaching about spirituality and, you know, like unraveling negative toxic ways of thinking, and you know. But yeah, I'm basically just a homie that's passionate about spirituality, that shares it and offers those services to people, you know what I mean, in a myriad of different forms. Coaches do best when they aren't trying to be C9. What is C9? God be with y'all. Stay blessed in Jesus' name. Amen. Give Smoky Fire some love. Tackle it, Shadow. Oh my God, Perth. Much love, Australia. Is Perth in Australia? Oh, no, I don't. I've had zero calling to go to Australia up until this moment. Maybe that's my first calling right there. I'm addicted to growing acacias. It's my passion. I know, bro. I've seen your pictures and shit, bro. It's crazy, dude. You gotta hit me up when you have Sally D and seeds, a live cutting. Hit me up, dude. Is it possible for the mind to abolish the whole idea of achieving a goal? In other words, to rid itself of time. Is it possible for the mind to abolish the whole idea of achieving a goal? In other words, to rid itself of time. Yeah, I think that's possible. Although it may be a transient state or a temporary experience, I very much so think it's possible to touch into that plane that is beyond or outside of time. And to touch into a place of yourself that isn't goal oriented. You know what I mean? You got it. Amen. I can see that because I have been there myself. I have been through hell, and thanks to people that helped me, I got out and was able to see this. That's so beautiful. Amen to you, Farron Gaming. I have been through hell. I was going to ask what you've been through, but, you know, that may be personal, not the kind of thing you want to share on live. But whatever it was, I'm so glad you're here, man. And I'm so glad you have come out the other end, you know? Spiritual wellness coach sounds pretty farcical. Is that a typo, or do I just not know that word? Acacia is a nice name. Yeah, it is, isn't it, man? That is a pretty name. Impeach Trump again. That's so funny. I remember in history class in high school, I learned what the word impeach means. Like when you think of impeach, I mean, you guys may know what it means, but I remember being like mind blown when I learned about it. Impeach, you think it means get rid of, eradicate their presidency, impeach them, get rid of them. Impeach means to call into question. It means to, I'm fucking missing the word right now. It means to like frame in a way, like to call them into question. Like, did you do this? What it means to question. It doesn't mean to get rid of, you know? So people going, it means to accuse, you know? So like people going, impeach Trump, impeach Trump. They're basically saying accuse Trump, you know? But I'm sure what they think they're saying is like, get rid of Trump, you know? Feels like the more positive and good your energy becomes, the more people try to mess with it. Increasing good energy is great, but maintaining it is harder when you're exposed to separate bad energy. Dude, honestly, in a way, like, hold on. Like, you're very right that as your energy increases and you become more and more high, more and more good energy, it does very much seem like it attracts more and more negative energy. But seeing that negative energy is an effect. It's called polarization, where you're causing all that negative shit to become apparent, to pop out like black on white. Because as you raise your vibe, the stuff that's not on that same level, that doesn't resonate with your vibe, becomes crystal clear, black and white, apparent to you. So the idea that you're experiencing like more negative energy is honestly a good thing. It's a good thing because it's showing you that you're polarizing it from your field, from your life, from your experiences. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy that like as I've grown in my energy and in my expression and in my positivity and in my passion in myself, I'm experiencing more hate than I've ever experienced. But I see it directly as a result of showing up. And what's going on is when you show up and you stand in the authenticity of your being, it's gonna piss people off. It's gonna piss certain people off and lift others up. And the people that it pisses off, you don't pay attention to it. They're not meant to be in your life. They're not good energy to have around. And the people that it lifts up, that's your tribe. Those are your people that you vibe with and hang out with and spend time with. So that's why it's so important to be you and to live in that good energy, because by living in that good energy, it's the snakes are going to appear. Like all the people that just drop all the random hate and stuff, and all the people that tell you you don't have what it takes, you're a loser, you're a poser. I've had people say I'm like a cult leader and I'm a random YouTube hippie, like all this hate. All it is it validates to me that I'm on the right path, because not everybody's supposed to like you. You know what I mean? Daniel Jenkins, oh my God, what's up? How are you? I think this is the first time I've ever seen you in the live. Oh my God, I hope you're well. I hope you're well. It's so nice to see you here. How have you been since our chat? I would love to talk with you again. Shadow, are you saying it's where am I? Shadow, are you saying, is it possible for the mind to be satisfied or at peace? I don't see the goal exactly deals with time. Yeah, I feel that. Oh no, mathematics, you're back, bro. Sending you hugs, the spiritual witch. Oh my God. Mama, you sitting back watching all this is probably so fucking funny, dude. That's hilarious. Charlie Jones, I love you, Charlie. You got beautiful energy, man. A goal means you have time. You have to take time to achieve it. So time is a factor there. There's no point in impeaching or get rate. What up, invaders? I see that as a test of willpower. What are you referring to there, Fish? Maybe that was just a typo or something. There's too much love here, mathematics. Yeah, right, dude. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. Oh my God, I love you guys. I love you guys. Like, and also as the love grows, that fucking hate energy gets completely snubbed out. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I completely kind of like bounce over it, and I just go to your comments and your stuff, and I'll get people out, or I'll just skip right over it. I don't even pay attention to it because I'm not living in a level where that's relevant to me. You know what I mean? Like the idea, stop embarrassing yourself. He's under the impression that I'm like sitting here like embarrassed. It doesn't even make sense. It's almost like he's projecting that if he were doing what I'm doing, he'd be fucking embarrassed as fuck. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird. It's like projection, confirmation bias stuff. Oh, what's going on here? I'm doing well, enjoying the live. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Yeah, is this your first time focused on the positivity in the world and shining bright? That's the best thing you could be doing, Daniel, for real. Is this your first time tuning into one of the lives, Daniel? Danielle, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Do you watch UFC? Who's your favorite fighter? I don't watch it like fucking religiously. I have watched it, and I'm not like into it really. I mean, it's interesting to watch humans beat the shit out of each other, but I don't like know it enough to have like a favorite fighter. The Spiritual Witch, it's awesome. Yeah. Damn, I feel bad for Mathematics. Poor guy. Yeah, see, exactly. By him sharing his negativity, it just reveals how much of a fool he is. That's all it does. And like that's the other thing about shining in your power and in your beauty is people's hate and criticism says everything about them and nothing about you. And you realize that. Like a beautiful example that I heard is like people being like, you're a loser, you're a phony, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. Who are you to come on and talk about it? You don't have what it takes, all this shit. If like that's like me looking at you and being like, your blue hair is so stupid, you know? And you think to yourself, I don't have blue hair, so that comment is irrelevant. It doesn't even apply to me. And I keep going, your blue hair looks so stupid. Haha, your blue hair is so dumb looking. You're a loser because of your blue hair. And you know you don't have blue hair, so it doesn't even fucking affect you. That's the same thing with the hate comments. Them saying, you don't have what it takes, you're a loser, you don't know what you're talking about when you don't live on that reality. And you're living in a reality of like confidence and security and love in who you are. Their comment doesn't even register for you. You know what I mean? First live. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, Danielle. I go live every Thursday at 7 o'clock. I think that's 4 o'clock for you or something like that. But yeah, every Thursday, 7 o'clock. I hang out for a couple hours and just talk and shoot the shit with you beautiful souls that pull up and hang out. Glad to be here. WWE is amazing. Oh my God, WWE is crazy, bro. Marcus, what's up, bro? Hello, my shaman. How you doing, dude? It's good to see you. I hope you've had a wonderful week. And all of you, if whoever of you were here last week, I hope you've had an amazing week as well. I hope life has treated you well, and I hope you've been treating life well as well. Sorry, I'm stoned as fucking bad typos. You're good. How much do you charge for the personal coaching? Well, right now I'm running like a beta coaching program, which is I'm doing 10 free sessions and I've done 3, so I have 7 left. My good math there. And the idea of the free coaching sessions is to not only to familiarize myself with you guys, but to familiarize myself with how I want to run the sessions. And yeah. And after the 10 sessions, I'll be charging $100 per hour. And you know, trust me, I think that's like, holy shit, $100 per session. But the thing is, like, do you think you're worth $100? That's the question you want to ask yourself. You know what I mean? Do you think you're worth $20 an hour, $30 an hour? You know what I mean? And like when I embodied that and realized like, damn, like what I'm sharing means the world to me and has absolutely fucking transformed my life. And as a matter of fact, it's like how I want to live my life. It's what I want to do to support myself, to live my life. And I mean, if I charge $20 an hour or like cheaper, you know, it would be, you'd need to be doing a lot of coaching. You know what I mean? It's always stupid to criticize others for their appearance. It's so stupid, bro. But yeah, Bastion, I'm doing free sessions right now. So any one of you right here who is vibes with what I say, or if you watch my videos and you vibe with the videos, I'm running free coaching sessions right now. So you can, at the top of my channel, there's a link. In the links, it says beta coaching program. And you fill out this little questionnaire and you pick a date that works for you. And you get a free hour of just you and I talking together and hanging out and just shooting the shit. You know what I mean? Just vibing. But yeah, after that, if you want another one, and also when the beta coaching program closes, it will be $100 per session. How long you gonna be live still? I don't know. Basically until I feel like closing it down. I just keep going. I'm like you wind me up, you put stuff in the chat, and out comes stuff. You know what I mean? And I just basically go till I'm tired. Exactly, 100% about knowing yourself. When people call me, yeah, or gay, I wouldn't get mad because I know who I am and I'm not that. I'd laugh and the kids would get mad. I didn't react. Yeah, dude, exactly. When they say something that doesn't apply to you, it doesn't affect you. So stop believing all the shit talking that people are doing about you. UFC is like an art form. The very best fighters operate in a flow state that's amazing to watch. Literally poetry in motion. And learning about the fighters' backstories and beliefs is really awesome. That's so true, bro. That's so true. And it is a very interesting sport to watch, by all means. Excellent coaching that he does. Danielle, thank you so much. Yeah, Danielle... For betas like me, that's hilarious. Danielle was the first ever person that I ever ran a coaching session with, and she's actually here in the chat right now. So, thank you so much, dear, for saying that. That really means a lot to me. And I'm so glad. I really hope it resonated with you and has helped you out. I got and read the book you recommended, Rolling Thunder. Good book. What is it? Gabagool, what's up, bro? It's good to see you in the chat. What was the book I recommended? I don't remember recommending a book. It's a beautiful thing to do, my man. Charlie, I don't know what you're referring to, but amen to that. Beta coaching for betas like me, yeah. Beta coaching mean it's completely free. It's like a beta version, you know what I mean? It's okay, Daniel. Someday we will surpass the Sigma. Oh my god, dude. Hi again, Chili VR. What's up, bro? Sigma coaching program. That's hilarious. Fish, bro. I would love to fucking talk with you, homie. And you say my videos really help you. I would love to just chat for an hour, homie. And it's completely free. So why the fuck not? You know what I mean? I would love to, bro. Especially with the shit that you're dealing with right now, you know? Why are people always getting in the chat asking me if I like fentanyl and heroin and shit? Uh-oh. I don't know what he was talking about, but he got banned immediately. Beautiful energy. Thank you so much, Charlie. You nodding off the mud? What do you mean? What does your finger tattoos mean? It's Sanskrit. It's Hindi. It says Ram, R-A-M. Ram is a Hindu god that I love with all my heart. And yeah, it's fucking cool. Ram. Bro, I've subbed for a while, and I'm happy to see you again. Thank you so much, bro. I think I recognize your name. I've seen you in the chat for sure. Thank you, bro. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm so glad you enjoy the channel. Mariah Kinsley. It's so cool. What's so cool, Mariah? I remember you now. A win for you is a win for me. A win for me is a win for everyone. Fuck yeah, Danielle. Let's go. Karma Kasarta said hi. What's up, Karma? How you doing, bro? Chili. What's up, dude? That's what's up. BRB. All right. We're just hanging out. This is fun. When the chat quiets down and now we're just hanging out in the moment. This is where it gets good, man. Where we're just, what's going to happen next? You know what I mean? I'm back. What's up? Your finger tattoos. Oh. Yeah, I know. I love it. I love taking a look at it and seeing it, you know what I mean? It's cool. Hold on, let me show you what it actually looks like. That's what they look like. It's Ram. It's a mantra. It's a reminder, you know what I mean? It's beautiful. Same with the beads. Fish. One time I lost my phone at the beach in LA because I love water. I literally forgot I had a phone. Then some Hindu dude found it and drove like 2 hours to give it back to me and didn't want anything back. Damn, bro. That's sick. That's so beautiful. Give it up to the Hindus, man. It's probably because I had Hanuman background on my phone. Oh my god, dude. That's fucking hilarious. Good old Hanuman, bro. Yeah, I got the fucking Bhagavad Gita hanging out right here. Yeah, that's so beautiful. I'm like searching around for Hanuman right now. That's so sweet. Bro, your tattoos are fire. I know, I love it. They're the only this is the first tattoo I had too. I can't can barely speak. I'm getting tired, I can tell. I originally only intended to have one hand tattooed, but then I was like, fucking run it, bro. Do my other hand. And when I walked out of that tattoo parlor, I felt like I had like fucking graffiti, like gang signs. Like, I was like, dude, what did I just do? And it took a while to get used to it, but I love it. Danielle, Hanuman is a Hindu god, a Hindu deity. It's, let me show you. Hold on. We're going to bring you right over to it, actually. The people who are still here late in the chat, you get to see the fun shit, man. This is Hanuman. It's a Hindu god. It's a monkey. And Hanuman represents perfect service to God. It's called Bhakti Yoga, devotion to God. And Hanuman to me is a symbol of just utmost reverence of spirit and perfect spiritual harmony and union. You know, in the Ramayana, which is a Hindu epic, a Hindu story, there's this part where Hanuman has done these great feats for Ram, and Ram is like God. And Ram is actually what that says Ram. Ram is God, and Hanuman is in service to God. And Hanuman did all these wonderful things for Ram, and Ram said, man, there's no way I could ever repay you, bro. So what I'm going to do is he reached down and he picked up Hanuman and went to bring him into his heart, aka to merge Hanuman with himself. And when Ram picked him up, Hanuman pushed as hard as he could against Ram, against God, and said, no, I don't want to merge with you. I don't want to be you. He said, Hanuman said, I don't want to merge with you because I want to forever love you. I want to forever honor you. And when I merge with you, that's like the orgasm. It's over after that. You know, and that's the art of bhakti. That's the flow of bhakti. Bhakti is like foreplay with God, and you don't want it to end. You don't want it to finish. You want to forever be in that ecstasy of loving God, you know, and that's the shit that I fuck with, bro, you know, and I love it so much. Do you like anime? I used to really fuck with Naruto, and yeah, Naruto was my thing, very much so. I'm gonna have to plug my phone in here soon. Did you remember to top up the gas for the lighter? No, dude. It's so funny because at the very beginning of the stream, I did a smudging of Palo Santo and it was out. It was doing the sputtering thing. I was like, oh my god, I fucking forgot to fill it up again. By the way, I hit 9 subs on my channel. That's epic, dude. Keep going. Keep going. You gotta start somewhere, man. 9, maybe 9,000 way before you know it, just to let you know. Service works. Wow, thanks. Yeah. Fuck yeah. With our thoughts, we create the world. 100%. Hello from Russia again. What's up, Flo? How are you? Thank you for pulling up again. I think I've seen your comments a couple times in this live. Fascinating, right? That orgasm line came out of nowhere. Yeah. Yep. That's not the only thing that... Period. Yeah, dude, it gives that shock factor. Isn't that a good way to describe it? You don't want to finish. You want to forever... Bhakti in Hinduism, which is what I'm about, it's like edging with God. Call me weird, that's what it is. It's love and service and devotion and thinking of and loving. You don't want to be done. You don't want to be one with God because that means it's all over. You like the dance, the party of the separateness, you know what I'm saying? By the way, God loves you, bro. God loves you too, Chili. I have 5 subs on YouTube. I suck at YouTube. Don't tell yourself you suck at YouTube. What kind of videos are you posting, Mariah? Or yeah. You got to start somewhere. You don't just pop onto YouTube and have 1 million subscribers. You got to start somewhere, you know? And like sucking is the entry fee to getting better. You know, you got to show up and look like a fool. Like me on my first YouTube live, I was like, oh, I got somebody in the chat. How are you? You know what I mean? And then just doing it every week, putting in reps. You get more used to it. I like when you were a little silly. Yeah. It takes a little while. It takes a little while to flow into the just like this is just who I am. You know what I mean? And like usually like when the lives start I'm a little hi there. What's it? You know, I'm like robotic and shit, but it takes a second to kind of start being me, you know? Me watching anime and playing Fortnite. Wait, so you post videos of you watching anime, like doing reactions or something? And playing Fortnite, that is not a bad idea of videos at all. By the way, how do you start live on mobile? You need a certain amount of subscribers, I believe, Chili. You probably don't have the option to go live right now if you only have, what did you say, 9 subs? Yeah, I think you need, it's like 100 or 1,000 or something like that. You need it. You need some subscribers. You know, the flow. Yeah, exactly. I think 50 subs. Yeah, I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, I don't think you can go live until you have a certain amount. But hey, you want to know what the key to growing your YouTube channel is? And it's something I'm actively implementing as we speak. Consistency. Keep showing up. Keep going. Keep showing you're committed. Do you want a casual relationship with YouTube or do you want a committed relationship with YouTube? You know, a committed relationship with YouTube isn't one where you just show up when you feel like it. It's one where you have a set once a week, you know, or twice a week. You know, you show up. Have you done 5-MeO or ayahuasca? Nope, I've done neither of those. We'll see you later, buddy. God is with you. God is with you too, Chili. I love you. I wish you all the best with your YouTube as well, man. And same to you, Maria, however you say that. No, I've never done 5-MeO, DMT, or ayahuasca. I've only ever done NN, dimethyltryptamine. Do you practice yoga? I used to a little bit. I never got really deeply into it, but I've read parts of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and I have of like Ashtanga yoga, and I have a very deep reverence for yoga, but I've never like deeply implemented it as a practice into my life. Facts. We want an ethically strong relationship. What am I hearing back here? Carly, what are you doing, baby? Why are you eating that? Baby? My cat is eating my plant. We want an ethically strong relationship with YouTube. Yeah. I saw you went to Schmongel. I went to Max Curran. You were there, bro? No fucking way. You were actually there? I am doing 5-MeO again soon. I have NN and wish to break through soon, but it's scary and also hard to achieve. I've been close. Wait, so are you more scared of NN than you are 5-MeO? That psychedelic museum I saw you visited looked sick. Dude, it was sick. And I highly recommend every single one of you go. It's in New York, in the United States, and it's called the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors. And it's Alex Gray's psychedelic art. You all would know it. I got it. I got a few different pieces of it. But you just look up Alex Gray, and you'll know the art, you know? But yeah, the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors was so beautiful. You want to know something far out? I got to see the hat that Albert Hoffman, the creator of LSD, was wearing the day he first ever took LSD and had the world's first acid trip. I got to see the hat he was wearing on that day in 1943. And I was fanboy, and I was like, whoa, bro, that shit's far out. I don't know. Both are scary, but 5-MeO is easier because I do it guided. That's interesting. Just the aspect of it being guided helps you out a lot. And then scared me the one time I got close. I'm just kind of scared to do it alone. What is it about being guided that gives you such a secure feeling? Taste Brand, what's up, bro? No chicken for you. Oh. When the chat goes quiet, I like to read. That hit me. That's so sweet, dude. And that's so funny you remember that. That's why I got the books here. What Charlie is referring to is when you guys stop putting stuff in the chat, I start reading. I start reading out loud. It's like a punishment, but it's not. You know what I mean? Because what I'm reading is like profound fucking wisdom and shit. Maria, can you read my comment? Absolutely. Is that the one you're referring to there? The one where you said, can you read my comment? Just the feeling that my body is being watched while I'm traveling. And also the NN is hard to serve yourself for breakthroughs. I feel you on the having your body be watched thing. But you're fine, you know? I mean, if you don't feel safe doing it alone, don't. But in all my experiences, I'm fine, and I kind of prefer to be alone, you know? You don't, like, thrash and fucking go crazy, you know what I mean? And also, it's not hard to serve yourself if you have the right pipe, to be honest. What are you using, a pen? We cannot love and hate at the same time. That's true. Love and hate never exist simultaneously. Personally, I don't believe in God, but everything you say resonates with me. That's interesting. That's interesting. I feel you, though, man. Marty McFly hat from Back to the Future. What? What is that? NN. Danielle, when I say NN, I'm referring to NN dimethyltryptamine as opposed to 5-MeO dimethyltryptamine. What's the best method to break through? Can it be done in one hit? All right, guys. Oh, no, I'm not going to show you. So I was going to show my the pipe that I use, Max. But the best method to break through, it can be done in one hit. You got to just take a huge fucking hit, you know? A massive hit, as Spangle said. They have a song, Massive Hit, bro. I love Spangle, bro. If you listen to like the sound, the audio clips in their songs, it's people referring to like being high out at like tripping balls and shit. It's awesome. We cannot hate anything we understand. We can still not like it, but hate often involves misunderstanding and projections. Yeah, I feel that. So if we hate, we do not understand. Just a thought. I agree, Fish. I agree. I told a university researcher there's two genders and she exploded at me, ready to throw a punch. We made amends, but that made me think, is there strength in not feeling a need to make amends? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Where you don't need to prove, you don't need to make amends. You can agree to disagree. You can agree in yourself that you don't need to make them happy. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a... Yes, there is strength in not feeling the need to make amends. You don't need to make amends. If they disagree with you, that's okay. That's the amends that are made. And if they don't like you now because you think differently than them, that's their problem. I did sandwich method, but I also got a very strong pen, so I might try this summer after I give the 5-MeO some space. The sandwich method is... I mean, I've never done it. My brother has, and it tasted like shit, and he coughed, and he had a trip of, coughing his brains out and being, tripping, but also coughing, you know, and you want to dab it, dude, dab it. You know, dabs, like the banger, you heat it up, do it that way. You'll fucking break through immediately. Book in one hand and singing bowl in the other. Yes, yes. Do you use a meth pipe? No, I use... It's a pipe. It's like a chillum, but in the bowl piece, there's crushed glass that's melted into place, and it acts as like a little screen. And what you do is you heat that screen up, pour your DMT into it, your dose, and you kind of let it melt all through it. And then what you do is you just hit it with a lighter. And I'm telling you, one big hit and you're gone. You can get most of it in one fucking hit. It's crazy. It's crazy. It works too good. Yeah, Spangle is heavily DMT inspired. I mean, completely. Yeah, dude. So you were there, Max? Where were you at, bro? What part of the venue? No graveling. Spangle Around the World in a T-Dazed. Remixed by OTT. I should check that out. Remixed by OTT. Bro is living birth control. That's funny. He gets to stay in the chat just because that was, creative. You look like you got bed bugs. I could, man. LOL. Dab rig around is a bit sketch when you're fried. Well, you're not fried. Take it and set it down. You're not going to go off into oblivion, immediately, dab it, put it down. And like, you know what I mean? Like the first time I ever did DMT, I dabbed it. Sending you love, Carter, right, dude? Right? Exactly. Who cares? I'm just scrolling, saying stuff. Yeah, exactly. You're just scrolling, spreading negativity is what you're doing. You know, and when you pull up into like good vibes and you drop shit cringe vibes, people are gonna send you love, man. Carter, bro, you're gonna get banned. Yeah, he will. If he keeps those comments up, he will get banned, unfortunately. Like, you're welcome to stay, Carter, but just like listen or don't like drop cringe, you know? For real. What are your thoughts about long hair and spirituality? I have very long hair too and feels right. I think it's got a wholesome feel to it. It goes both ways, where like if you have really long hair, it holds so much memory and energy, you know, and time within it. But also cutting it all off can be a huge spiritual transformation and meaning as well. So it definitely goes both ways. But yeah, I like the long hair. I like having long hair for sure. Hello from Russia. Sorry, went AFK for a little. My brother had a nightmare. That's okay. You keep saying hi. That's so sweet. NN sounds good. Yeah, it's good shit. All right. Thanks, Carter. Bastion, I feel that. I'm gonna see if my provider can get it for me. Danielle, have you ever tried psychedelics? This live weird as hell. Bye. Yeah. See how they just weed themselves out? Like us talking about things that we love and spreading love and good vibes is like weird. Isn't that interesting? This live is weird as hell. Bye. Is this live weird? What's weird about this? You know? It just doesn't resonate with where he's at. He'd rather go keep scrolling and talking shit. And who knows what kind of shit he's trying to find, you know? He said it himself. He's just scrolling and saying stuff. That's what his night is amounting to right now. Ayahuasca is the real deal. I've never tried it. The laughter on ayahuasca was the best thing ever, period. What? Did you fucking die laughing? Can we see your pipe? Don't think I've ever seen one before. Okay, so I'm just going to preface this by saying this is not my DMT pipe. Hold on. So just real quick, I'm going to just show it real quick. This is what I use. This is it. It's a pipe, mouthpiece, crushed glass, melted into place, heat it up, pour your stuff in, and then you just, like that. You just hit it, and it works. Really good. Very, 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 very good. Umami is here. What's up? How are you? I'm so good. I'm fucking 2 hours into a YouTube live, bro. Someone made you that. Not for me personally, but they were made for DMT, and I got it just in time, and I don't think they're available anymore. It was like a glass blower, like a heady glass blower, psychedelic glass blower, and he made it. Don't you have to go to another country for ayahuasca? You don't have to. I missed your handsome face, bro. That's so sweet. Thank you. I know. I fucking love seeing you pull up in the lives. No, you don't have to go to another country for ayahuasca. But generally, like, you would go to like South America or something, you know, to have like a traditional ceremonial ayahuasca experience. Fish pondering. I've never seen a Deem setup like that. Reminds me of the machine that Psych Substance. It is. It's a play off of the machine, but so much fucking better than the one Psych Substance showed. I know what you're talking about. It's literally, dude, it works really good. Like, really fucking good. Like, me and my brother would load up a huge dose, and you just kind of feather it. You just flick the lighter in and out, and you get these little plumes of smoke, and we'd just share it. And then when you wanted to fucking go, you just hold the lighter to it. And you're gone. Fucking, it's giving me like flashbacks just thinking about it. Just talking about it. Ayahuasca is legal in Arizona. Is it really? No way. I do ayahuasca in the USA, right? Where do you go, Max, to do it? They go to Peru for the ayahuasca. Yeah. I would probably want to go to the Amazon and do it like in that traditional way, you know? I gotta plug my phone in real quick. I'm here for my good night kiss. I want to stay, but I'm still sleepy. It's 2:20 a.m. and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. What? Do you gotta go to work or something? You should get some rest if you need it. Sleep well and deep, umami. Umami. Thanks, Fish. Have you seen the movie Monsters, Inc.? Yes, I have. If you haven't, basically monsters scare kids to get energy to power the city. By the end, they work out laughter. It's 3 times more potent. Wow. Dude, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I didn't know that was the meaning behind it. That's far out, dude. That's so fucking beautiful. Good night, Umami. I'm so glad you pulled up, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I really hope to see you next Thursday as well. Privately on the East Coast, I'm going to my shaman's compound in Peru in October for a dieta, too. That's beautiful. Let's hear the craziest DMT trip, bro. All right, so this is just one of them, Max. I've shared this a bunch on my live. So, me and my brother were going to smoke DMT. We were using that pipe. And I loaded a huge dose into it because we both wanted to, like, break through. And I hit it first. And I don't know why it hit me the way it did, but it was like when I started hitting it, it gave me all of it at once. I accidentally smoked all of it at once or something. Because the second I started hitting it, my eyes started watering, and my fucking vision started like it was like a waterfall, like a cascade of kaleidoscopic geometry, like just destroying my vision. And it was coming from like the left of my vision down across my field of vision. And I completely like lost coherency of what the fuck was going on. All I knew was I don't need any more. And I handed the pipe to my brother, and I threw myself into the corner of his bed. Like, I threw my face down into a pillow, and right when I threw my face into the pillow and shut my eyes, it was just fucking, you know the whole deal, dude. Just racing fucking lights and patterns, and, like, it was like I was in, like, Las Vegas. It was like these neon lights, and it was like I was in this city. And all these fucking crazy lights and billboards and rainbows and crazy shit. And, umami, yeah. And, all of a sudden, after all the racing lights, I saw these huge barrels. I remember you from last week. Yeah. I saw these huge barrels, and they were spinning. And I felt like the barrels were like the size of planets. And I was suddenly the size of a planet. And, damn, so you were like on your stomach? Could you breathe okay? Completely fine. I mean, okay, so here's an interesting thing. While all this is happening, I hear my brother say to me, "Are you here, bro?" Meaning, are you aware of what's going on right now? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, focus on your breathing. And he was tripping sack too, but he reported to me that when I was laying down in the bed like this, I was like, like panting from the fucking intensity. But anyways, these huge barrels are spinning, and they suck me through it like a conveyor belt. And here's the funny part. On the other side of the barrels, there's this woman, this like goddess woman. And she's like smoking hot, dude. And I remember she had like fucking like sexy thighs, you know. And I'm sorry to be weird, but I'm just telling you the way it was, you know. And I looked at her thighs, at her legs, and from in between her legs, this rainbow liquid came exploding through my vision. And it was just once again another cascade of rainbow colors. And at that point, I was like, okay, I am tripping so fucking hard, so quickly, that I need to like come down to reality right now. Like, this is too intense. So what I did was me and my brother called it playing sober. I sat up and opened my eyes. And bro, this was the first time that I was peaking on DMT with opened eyes. And dude, my reality was absolutely falling the fuck apart, like completely destroying itself. My brother, my brother was sitting in the chair, and he's sitting there, and he's on a DMT trip as well, and he's sitting up with his eyes closed. He's kind of having a more collected inner experience, an inner voyage. I'm over here like fucking like, what the fuck's going on? And when I looked at my brother, dude, so he was sitting there like this. But to me, he was doing all sorts of shit. He was moving all around and turning around and standing up and waving his arms. I was seeing all this movement. But I knew he's just sitting there. And I'm seeing him fucking looking around and doing all this shit. It was like I was seeing like echoes of movement or something, like tracer shit. And he had fucking multiple eyes that were like beady and looking at me. Oh my god, I'm getting like flashbacks fucking talking about this shit. And yeah, that was basically it. It was fucking insanity, bro. Damn, so you were like on your stomach. Yeah, I was breathing fine. Why bad people always look run down and feel like crap. Can you see when people spam hearts in the side panel? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. It's fucking funny. Sometimes I'll call it out too. That's a cool story out. It's far out. What's your typical measurement of NN for a breakthrough? So I used to just eyeball it, bro, where I had DMT and I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do that much. And I just eyeball it and I got a feel for it. But what's funny, I had a way that I would do a breakthrough. I'd do 3 scoops of this little tool I had. And I didn't have a scale. But then when I got a scale, bro, and I measured those 3 scoops, it ranged from like 75 to 100 fucking milligrams, which is like almost 2 times as much as you need for a breakthrough. So I was doing way more than I needed to, which accounts for like certain experiences I had where I just couldn't recall shit. You know what I mean? I tried looking into Deem, and the materials look pretty suspicious to acquire online. Only one of them is a little weird to acquire online, but it's legal. It's completely legal to have it. It's just making it that's illegal. You know what I mean? Wait, so you were in your body? Wow. And conscious that you were still human? 100%. I mean, as I was like going through that city and the planets and the woman, that was like breakthrough shit. But suddenly something clicked in me. I was like, I am fucking tripping so hard right now. And that like brought me down. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was wild. That's so trippy. Yeah. Troerback, I'm just realizing, bro, you're the guy that's on my Instagram. I think you follow me on Instagram. You like my videos and comment and stuff. But yeah, what's up, bro? Isn't that a fucking crazy story? We're gonna do some Changa and Sedona, rose, lavender, marshmallow, mullein, lavender, and rose. Ooh, that sounds fucking good. Are you talking about me and you, Fish? Shit, man, I haven't done DMT in a minute. Is it strong? Is it really strong? If there's a soul, how do some worms, when cut in half, become 2 new beings fully generated? Did the soul split in half? Ooh, what a good question, Oscar. That's far out, man. We can't account for the consciousness of the 2 separate beings. Who knows if it's just 2 animated beings now? It's kind of like the idea of God. It's all one, and it's all God, but it's God playing all these separate beings. It's like we're all separate beings, seemingly, but what if we're the same fucking spark of existence, you know? Damn. Yeah, Aaron, damn is right, bro. That's how I felt. They really do. Only 1 nibble of NN. Danielle, what are you referring to there? Like 0.1? Yeah, fucking 100 milligrams, point 0.1, bro. You only need 45 to 50 milligrams to break through, if that. I've heard it happening for people on 30, and I'm doing 2 times that, Do you still smoke DMT much? Not really. I don't do substances a lot. I'm basically completely sober. I smoke weed very occasionally. I do psychedelics very occasionally. I haven't taken LSD in years. Last summer, I was doing low doses of DMT. Like, I'd sit outside and just smoke low doses and just vibe with that energy. But I haven't had a strong psychedelic experience in some years now. Yes, that's a wild story. One to never forget, man. But fuck yeah, I loved seeing you at the Schbongel concert, and the beautiful art looked like a dream come true, my man. Dude, it was awesome, bro. That was an awesome weekend. It was a very psychedelic weekend, Danielle, yes. I smoked 0.1 and took 2 hits of the sandwich and basically finished most of it. After the second hit, I didn't want more. I entered a portal but didn't go over. Would you consider eating... Ooh. Oh, no, mathematics. I'm going to remove you, mathematics. I feel like I don't... I feel you. Oh, I feel you. I don't smoke anymore either. Kind of just ayahuasca and just tried peyote. I have a San Pedro cactus, but I've never tried peyote or San Pedro or mescaline or any of that. I've also never done ayahuasca. You guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go pee real quick. Just give me a minute. Hang out for a minute. Drop an interesting question in the chat while I'm peeing. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What do we got? This is fun, yeah. Isn't it fun, Danielle? All right. Sobriety and psychedelics is the best combo, not gonna lie. Right, dude? They don't even get in the way of each other. Oh, come on, the one and only Nicole. You say that every week, bruh. At least you pull up every week. Thank you. I did wash my hands. They're still wet. You can't even really tell. You didn't wash your hands. If you could turn back time, what's one thing you would have done differently? Not turned back time. I'm just kidding. Fuck. I don't know if I'd change anything, man. It's just because I'm coming from a position of... Oh, I guess I'll just pick one. Saying fucking no to a toxic-ass relationship right out the gate. But see, I can see how not saying no to it has led me to this point now of growth and transformation, So I wouldn't want to fuck with anything, you know what I mean? But yes, just to play along with the question, say no to a cringy ass toxic relationship that I was too naive to be aware wasn't good. Charlie Jones with the butterfly. Fuck yeah. There's my kitty cat. Oh my gosh. There's my kitty cat. That's my baby. What's up, honey? Say hi to the camera. What you doing, sweetie? What you doing, sweetie? Butterfly. Yes, I love it. What made you not want to smoke weed? Well, back in 2021, I took a 3-day break because I went to, and I was that's a nice fucking kitty. It's a nice fucking cat, dude. It's my baby. She's purring up a storm right now. So I had smoked weed every day for like 9 years. I got so much cat hair all up in my shit right now. And then in 2021, I took a 3-day break because I went to Utah and it wasn't legal there. So I was like, fuck it, I just won't smoke for 3 days. And when I came home, I unpacked my stuff, and it was like 1 in the morning. I fucking loaded up a bong rip and I ripped that shit. And I got so high, like out of this world high, that I was like, I just sat there and had like a mini panic attack and like had to focus on my breathing. And I felt like I was like in another fucking reality or something. I see you spamming the hearts, by the way. And I just got insanely high. And the next morning, I loaded up the bong and I was like, okay, I'm going to smoke again. And if I get that high again, I can't do this like I used to. And I smoked it again and I got that high again. And I was like, damn, dude, I guess I'm not a stoner anymore because this shit's really intense. And then it just naturally fell away, you know. I'm 205 days weed free after using it daily for 6 years. But wouldn't you say DMT is crazier than weed with no tolerance? Yes, but I don't use DMT every day like I did with weed. You know what I'm saying? Weed, I smoked casually, regularly, every single day. But then after that 3-day break, it was like really, really, really intense. And I can't do it every day because it's so intense and powerful and potent. You know? Like if I know, and I like weed this way better because I know that tomorrow morning I can wake up and I can take a hit off a joint and go on a walk in the woods and I'm on cloud fucking 9, dude, and I have an amazing experience. You know what I mean? And it's fun and it's deep and it's trippy and it's like scary and like it's just an experience. It's a journey. And I love it being like that rather than it being like my normal to just be high on weed, you know? Can one take DMT while working, like at your job? I would not recommend it. Yeah, I've done breaks. It's intense when you return, but tolerance quickly returns. I'm done with weed, though. What made you want to stop, Max? Who's the other person in the room with you? Don't fuck with me, Sogo. There ain't nobody else in the room with me. Who are you seeing, bro? Our brain chemistry changes day by day, week by week, meaning weed might change for you again. It very well could. And this is why you still live in your mom's basement. Hey, we got another one. We got another cringy guy that was scrolling and decided to drop negative comments for some reason. Weed is too good. It lures me in, and the week after, energy and motivation and IQ disappears. Yeah, I had a long burning relationship with cannabis, but yeah, that 3-day break completely changed everything, you know, and I love it. I love being sober, dude, because like I used to be addicted to nicotine, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of thing where if you go on a walk out in the woods, you need to have your vape or it's not going to be fun. You can't go to the fucking store without your vape. You can't go and hang out with your friend without your vape, you know? It's just, you're imprisoned by it. You know what I mean? Oh no. Wait, I need Jesus. He will turn my life around. What do you think Jesus thinks of you dropping cringy ass hate comments? Jack B124. You know what I mean? You're gonna like make fun of me and then tell me I need Jesus and he'll turn my life around. It's not really tracking, bro. You know what I mean? The love, Charlie, just adding the love, bro. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. Max, I was influenced by ayahuasca to stop. It basically forced me over time. Decided to stop for a while and haven't returned since. It's been one of the hardest times of my life lately. Rather feel it all. Yeah, man. Yeah, and that feeling of intensity is what causes people to relapse and go back. You know what I mean? What was it in the ayahuasca experience that was like influencing you to stop? Not hating at all, just pointing out the obvious. Cringe, bro. What was toxic that you weren't aware of until now? Yeah, are you referring to Sogo? Are you referring to Max? Creator loves us all. Absolutely. Jesus Christ is God. Jim Bob. Yep. Jack B agrees with you. Jim Bob. I got off nicotine. Now I can't stop yelling at strangers. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right. That checks out. I might leave. Oh yeah, Mariah, what did you say? I saw. I'm still here, but I'm really tired. Oh my god, go to bed, dude. I'm gonna go to bed here soon as well. Jack B124 is an example of Monsters Incorporated. Yeah, exactly, exactly, bro. It's cringe. Um, this is the fun part, Jack, where everybody starts like catching up to speed with your cringy ass negative energy, and starts just like fucking calling you out for it. What you write is a mirror of yourself, and sometimes just projection that should be sent right back to you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sitting here scrolling on his phone, and he's like, I'm gonna talk shit. Ketamine experiences. All right, so I had a really far out ketamine experience. Ketamine is beautiful, dude. Like, I don't do it a lot. I could, but I don't. And yeah, ketamine is like this. I would rather do ketamine than alcohol. You know what I mean? But yeah, I had this really far out experience on ketamine one time. I've never done like super deep trips, but yeah, one time I was on it and I was like wonky as hell, and I like sat down on my bed and like my legs were on the floor and I was sitting like this, just kind of leaned against my bed, you know, and I felt my legs go across the room, the floor, up the wall, and they turned into wooden beams. And I felt my body turning into this beam. And I was like, nope, 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 nope. And I got out of it. I was like, I'm not going into a fucking K-hole, bro. I'm not turning into a wooden beam. I'm all set. But yeah, that was far out. The ayahuasca told me basically it's holding me for my full potential, and I'm abusing it, and then I'm using it to numb, and it's basically a crutch and does nothing. It's just a feeling. That's truth, man. That's the truth. The ayahuasca showing you that, that's fucking truth, homie. How free do you want to be? Hashtag straight edge. That's awesome. I'm struggling to quit nicotine, bro. Ooh. Bro, tobacco and rape. Wait, are you saying that the only nicotine that you use, Max, is with hape and tobacco? Bye. I love you, man. I love you too, Mariah. Thank you so much for your love, and I hope to see you next week. Charlie Jones, bad energy runs out and is less potent. Hence why bad people always look run down and feel like crap. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, Sogo. It's pronounced rape, and it's a South American tobacco snuff. You know, you blow it up your nose. And I know it's a weird word, but it's from a different culture, you know, and it's not what it's spelled like. Oh nah, it was your cat, yeah. Me, lol. Danielle, are you sober? Do you live a sober life? Ketamine is just as powerful as ayahuasca, especially if it's guided in any way at all. Powerful in regards of change of perspective or ability to release depression. I agree, man. I agree. I mean, I've done like 3 grams total of ketamine. Now that I think about it, that's how much ketamine I've done. 3 grams, and I never like rip lines. I would only just do bumps. You know what I mean? Gabagool fool. I need a plug. We all need a good plug, man. We all need a good plug. Yes, except for caffeine. That's good. That's basically me too. Fish, you are far wrong. Oh, really? Really, Max? Ketamine is not even in the same league. It doesn't touch anything to ayahuasca. Well, Max, in Fish's experience, it could be as therapeutic and beneficial as ayahuasca for him. The experience is different, but he may be referring to like the power, you know? I'm gonna start preaching Monsters, Inc. You should, man. Straight edge is not the way. We all have our own way. That being said, it's ideal to have the take it or leave it approach rather than avoid consciousness change. I agree. It's all a way, you know. Yep. I get you, but ketamine didn't change my life at all. It caused a lot of damage. Not gonna lie, I'll never use it again. What was ketamine like for you, bro? And what context did you use it? You know what I mean? I will say, though, in my experience, and in your defense, Max, ketamine didn't have this. nowhere near the same spiritual depth as psychedelics by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, sorry, I thought you mentioned you were in a toxic relationship. Was wondering what was toxic that you weren't aware of at the start. What I wasn't aware of was that I was like, to be completely honest with you, I was engaging with a girl that was married but told me she wasn't in a healthy relationship, and it made me feel like I was like this savior, but all that was going on was she was like using me to get an emotional fulfillment, emotional validation and all this shit. And then she ended up we met and she acted like she didn't even like me, and it fucking like broke my heart. And then she ended up like ghosting me, and I spent like 2 years like, oh my god, where did she go? I did everything wrong. I'm such a horrible person. You know what I mean? And that was a huge fucking lesson, But yeah, that was a far out experience. I'm not too proud of that, but it was a huge transformation in my life. I used it recreationally, and yeah, it's just not very spiritual, and it's just not good in my opinion, and people confuse it as a psychedelic when it's not. Yeah, it's an interesting substance by all means. We exist in a universe where many people can be right at the same time. Thanks. I agree. Deem powder versus pen, same thing? Nope, not the same thing. The pens are, unless you make it, the pens are usually weak. And the Deem powder is like straight to the fucking source, Do you make art or music? Does spirituality make you more creative? My content is my art, I don't paint or any of that stuff. I write, but I don't do like paintings or anything. I don't make music. I've tried. I have like FL Studio, and I'll like mess with sounds and then get off. But yeah, does spirituality make you more creative? I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. I would say spirituality allows me to tune into the flow much easier and much more readily. I respect that max, and definitely doesn't have the same shirt depth as psychedelics, but it's definitely a very interesting tool. It's about what you bring to it. Yeah, I agree. The butterfly, yes, let's go. Headed to Walmart for NN now. Oh my god. Oh, there's also different types of ketamine. Ketamine R and S, and one will potentiate a spiritual experience more than the other, yeah. Is your recall for Deems easy to recall? Like, can I remember the experiences easily? Is that what you're referring to there? I'm getting ready to call it a night here, guys. I'm tired and I can barely even speak English anymore. I do know that fish, they're both garbage, brother. Fish, you're wrong, and both types of ketamine are garbage. One type of ketamine is better anesthetize, other is more psychoactive and better for therapy. Yeah. Now, ketamine's a very interesting substance. Ketamine has been found to be produced by fungi. Has it? Are you serious? Keep the ketamine to the horses. Ketamine is a real anesthetic that's used every day in both veterinary and human anesthesia. And it's also being actively studied for therapeutic properties. People are literally using ketamine as a means to overcome depression and addiction and all these things. Yeah, it gets used for cats and humans more than horses. Yeah, I know. I got my cat fixed a week or so ago, and she was given a fat dose of ketamine. Can you remember your DMT trips well? Generally, if it was an intense trip, and especially if you talk about it and voice it right after, it's good. It'll kind of imprint on you. But yeah, making trip reports is a really good way to recall. Other times it's just so far out that you just don't even recall anything. But you're so handsome, why leave? I get advertisements for ketamine therapy. Yeah, I have too. It's just obnoxiously expensive, though. Danielle Jenkins. Good night, all. Danielle, thank you so much for pulling up. It was so fun having you here. And yeah, I go live every Thursday. I'm scared for my upcoming Bufo trip. Yeah, I would be too, bro. I would be too. All right, guys. Peace, Mr. DJ. Yeah, right? That's so dope. I'm going to call her DJ from now on. I love that. I love that. Nice people here. Good night. Oh, I love you, Oscar. Thank you so much. I love all of you. It is very nice people here. You guys are such a vibe. Such a vibe. Most of you I recognize. Max, I don't recognize you. But yeah, most of you here I recognize. You guys all know the deal. Every Thursday, 7 o'clock in the evening, I go live and just kick it and hang out. Have a good time. Talk about beautiful stuff. But yeah, with that being said, I'm friggin' tired. I'm ready to go lay my booty down in bed and go drift off into the astral planes. But yeah, if there's any final questions or comments you guys want to drop before I head out. Smudge time. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Charlie. No, I'm right. You're all wrong. JK, I'm left-handed. I can't be right if I tried. No, Fish, I'm right there with you on ketamine, bro. I agree. Listen, Charlie. Take a little bit of smudging for the week, guys. Let's bring some energy to just having a beautiful, beautiful week of creativity and passion and love and allowing yourself to feel whatever the fuck you're feeling and seeing that everything you're experiencing is process. It's a process of growing and unfolding. Oh, Bastion, it's so nice meeting you too, man. You added some beautiful energy into the chat. I love talking with you, man. And yeah, I hope to see you next week, bro. I'll be here Thursday doing the same thing, baby. Oh, that smells so good, man. But yeah, I hope all of you love and laughter. Laugh her. I love you guys. I hope you all have an amazing week. Charlie Jones, I love you, bro, with the butterflies. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much for pulling up. It really means the world to me. I literally look forward to Thursdays every week just because of this. It's so fun. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much. Have an amazing week. You can expect content throughout the week from me. And yeah, I'll see you all next Thursday. So have a good rest of your morning, evening, or night, or whatever it is for you.